Are we allowed to begin? Is
Yeah.
that something we're allowed to know?
Yeah, you're on. And now,
Live?
stop. We are.
Madness.
Madness indeed.
I'm gonna rejoin from my PC.
Oh, you're going to rejoin from your PC. Okay.
Yep. Be right back.
So yes, hello everybody, and welcome to Crabby D&D. So, all the Dawn Seekers, as they are known. Unfortunately, we haven't got a Sudz. He's died or disappeared. Hello. Yes, we have
Died or
lost.
disappeared. He's fallen
we've-
asleep.
Yes, he's fallen asleep probably. Although, to be fair, it's granted because he didn't get any sleep last night because he's currently got some kind of injury on his hand, which we've discussed earlier. Nothing more needs to be said. He's not here, and we'll be playing as him.
Other than we hope he's okay.
Yes, we hope he's okay. Other than that, I believe we have everybody here. So, quick roll call. Sasha,
Hello.
Elsyan,
Hello.
Queglod,
Hello.
Bhold,
Hello.
and of course myself, Chris, your DM. So, and hopefully we'll hear back from Matt. And also, on your side, Matt, are you able to hear anything strange at all? Shouldn't be coming through when I'm not talking. Hopefully. And if it is, I'll be turning it off partway through, or now, because I've cooled down. It's just because it's a stupidly hot day in the UK over here. We're all suffering, with the exception of Infernal, who's not in the UK. He's probably also
Well, it's
suffering.
like 35 degrees here, so.
Yeah, we call like 20 hot, and we're just like all sweating, and you're over there on 35, and you're like, yeah, it's a cool day.
We're not used to this. We need mild, overcast, and a little bit nippy.
I mean,
That's what we need as a nation.
That's
I'm
right.
just wearing shorts and I have my window open and I have the AC on like 15 or something.
Yeah,
Window
you
open.
have
Why would we
AC.
put that?
See, I have window open and my door open, so there's a nice draft coming through. I'm relatively okay, as long as I don't get too active. Which, of course, it's me, so it won't happen.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So I might just need to do a quick roll call again for Matt's sake. So, Harlan,
Yeah.
Sam,
Yeah.
Simon,
Nah.
and I'm not going to say and Infernal because it turns out he's not actually on the stream. Unfortunately, his internet decided to screw up.
Yeah.
So we'll start with our announcements and then we'll go back to Nya. Nya.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming. Alright, so.
I've just got my new character voice.
Yeah.
No, I'm fairly certain that-
Mishavin. Yeah.
I'm fairly certain. Isn't that already Pelotor?
It is.
No,
Two
Peloton.
charming four.
To clarify, Palator is Skeletor. This is a 1920s gangster from
I
every
see.
stereotypical American.
Yeah, they are very.
Subtle differences.
Subtle
Oh yes, the gangster is yeah, say.
Yes.
Skeletor's yeah.
Gee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so, Infernal.
Yeah.
You're the only one who wants to sound test
Gangster.
Infernal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Really putting the stream through its paces now.
Yes, indeed. If you are still with us, how?
Why?
uh, so, that's all good by the looks of it. Unfortunately, we have no Sudz, as previously said. So
Unfortunately, there shall be no bubbles.
yes, unfortunately. All right, and it sounds like you can't hear it, so that's good to know. Thank you very much, Matt. So thank you to Zenosa for allowing me to create all of these beautiful arts. You can now see a lovely stone giant and some other mobs coming
Oh,
in.
stone giant? Can
Ooh,
we see
what is
Obel?
that? You want to see Obel?
Yes.
Alright, here's what Obel generally looks like. He's a bald boy.
Boy, he's so derpy.
He's amazing.
He looks like the angry sort of derpy, like he needs to go back to his
He looks like what Bhold
chocolate
looks
bar.
Now
like.
the real question is that a moustache and then he's sad, or is that him sad and that's his chin?
I think that's supposed to be his chin, but I think moustache works better.
I know, but the moustache looks good as well. I can't unsee it now. Oh,
Problem is,
no.
I'm struggling to see it because I've already imagined his face, how it probably has been drawn.
Yeah, I know, but still. Anyway, so yeah, we've got new art by Zenosa. Go check her out. She's in the description. Just DeviantArt. So go to DeviantArt/Zenosa. I believe that should take you there. I don't know. I can't remember what links I use. So we'll just go with that. And these are all the tiles so far. Ignore these. These are to be transferred later. So we have all of these beautiful tiles around here. I'll delete those now. We have all these beautiful tiles and all their little friends. There's the mascot of the show. Whether he'll come into play anytime soon, we'll see. But until then, we have some interesting friends over here. And also thank you to Dungeon Painter Studio for allowing me to make these kinds of maps to help with the atmosphere, shall we say, and also for the being able to make these kind of maps and for also helping other campaigns come alive with this kind of thing. It's relatively cheap. Summer sale has just gone, so that is unfortunate, but hey, you can always save up for the winter sale that will be coming soon, probably. And also thank you to Tabletop Audio for the free service that you supply to allow us to play music and the sound of cars in the background, apparently.
Yes.
Yes, it's a hot
What are
day.
these
it's
cars you talk about, Chris?
Exactly.
They're wagons.
They're wagons, exactly. But yeah, so it allows you to play music for free on your iPad, on your phone, on your computer, as we do. And you can play it to you can play it to a stream, you can play it to your friends, and you can add a little bit more atmosphere. And there are some effects in there as well that you can use if you really wanted to get classy with this. So, I believe that is everything, and welcome to whoever just joined the tabletop server. I believe we have everybody in at this point. Harlan, you're in. Sam, have you made your way in yet, or are you still connecting?
I'm disconnected just now.
Are you disconnected? Are you here? Well, that's a good sign.
I think he's not.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Yeah,
Nothing is going wrong.
I think Sam died. All the same, I think we shall begin. Sam doesn't need to hear this. He might actually cry if he hears it, so it's fine. So, we shall begin. Oh, and actually, I need to quickly do something before we begin. Something that the stream doesn't need to know about.
Oh, is it alright? I feel bad now. Can I hand off the ring to Queglod?
What do you mean?
The ring of speed.
Oh, because...
I feel bad now.
Understandable. I can understand why you might want to feel bad. Alright, there we go. My job here is done. I've done what I came to do.
Okay, I guess I have the ring of speed.
You have the ring of speed,
Yeah.
yeah. So now put that on, your speed increased by 10 feet.
Cool.
So
Was that
clarify,
achievement
I
or-
want that back at the end, Queglod.
Well, that's up to you. All the same, let us begin and get into this intro. So, last session, our party of adventurers, Sasha, Queglod, Elsyan, Bhold, and Malcom, spent some time finishing off their competitions around town, eating some pies, drinking some ale, winning some money off of some simple arm wrestling, and proceeding to do some shopping around town the next day, trading gear and gathering themselves for a fight in the arena. With the announcement of 4 other teams besides them fighting in the arena also, and the conversation had with the Mountain Crushers themselves, seeing their main leader, a human rogue-like individual, along with a dwarf who Sasha is very intrigued by the weapon that he carries with him, one that she herself does not recognize, along with a few other hooded figures, ones who do not wish to show their identity just yet. The party got ready for their first challenge, a group of Gricks, and their leader, a Grick Alpha, with a swift death on the party's side before they slowly but surely defeated their foes. The party eventually came out triumphant, winning their bout. After some time collecting themselves, preparing, and watching the other fights of the other teams commencing before them, one team falling out overall, the party now sees the next team is being called up, and the suspense is building, because their luck may run dry. So, you're all in the... Oh, hold on, that's not working. No, it's fine. I'll just do this then. Is that working? Should be.
What's supposed to work?
The music, it might be a little bit too quiet.
Oh, it's working. I can hear.
That's the one I meant to use. There we go. So, as you guys are all sat around in your waiting area, you've prepared yourself. You've got a fight before you. You see and you hear the calling of the other group being brought up. And now we begin. The Silent Whistlers have returned, surviving the first round. 4 remain, and they each return for their next fight. First, the Silent Whistlers, and you watch as each of the individuals, the old dwarf, the young elvish lady, the also similarly young, maybe in his mid-30s, male human with his bow, the middle-aged female paladin, and the old gnome seems to be carrying their weapon, prepared for this next bout. They've picked themselves back up after their first fight, which was strong, and they seem to be looking good so far. And now, the fight that they won't forget. So far, unbeaten in the arena, taking down many of our challengers, and defeating one of the teams here today in their qualifiers, Tinkali! And you hear as all of the gates rise up, there's a cheer from the crowd, as you see the Tinkali and the 2 giant scorpions rush out. Welcome back. You see the Tinkali and 2 giant scorpions rush out of their individual sections as they rush out onto the field. You see the beginning it up, the gnome goes into some kind of rage, rushing forward and swinging at the head of one of the scorpions, striking, as the tail comes in and is deflected by some kind of ghostly figure. You see shortly after the elvish sorcerer throw out a few spells to try and take down these individuals before you watch as in the center of it all, Tinkali, you fought before, raises one of his blades, pointing it at the young human, before rushing forward, throwing a boulder through the air at the time, catching the old dwarf at the neck before he falls onto the ground, before one of the scorpions rushes over and pins him down with a simple jab from its tail going straight into the back of his spine, knocking him down, and you watch as the poison begins to seep through him as he's helpless to the attacks. The sorcerer proceeds to try and help him free, but as this is taking place, the Tinkali runs through, picking her up and throwing her in the way as he goes in for a simple strike versus the human ranger, who at this point is petrified of this. As the strike comes in, it cleaves his bow in two, and leaving a large scar across his chest. Tinkali brings his tail in, striking at the main torso of the human. The middle-aged paladin at this point helping the gnome get the scorpion off, defeating one down, before turning to see the rest of the team in shatters, scattered about and destroyed for the most part. Rushing over as two to attempt to help, the ranger falls and the sorcerer tries their best, unable to really help the ranger in that situation, and in fact hindering. She's frightened and she stands there as the Tinkali brings down another blade, striking at the neck of the individual. The scorpion finishes up its fight against on the dwarf, rushing over before a 2v2 takes place. The gnome fights and stands strong for a long time before being brought down to the ground. The paladin also. The silent whistlers are out. Tinkali, the friend who you knew and fought against, raises his sword into the air, shouting. And you hear the crowd shout and raise their voice, and you hear a shout from the commentator. How about that? A strong start by the silent whistlers, but taken down by our so far unbeatable foe. Next up in the arena, the Mountain Crushers. And you see the human male walking out, very wary of what's going on, watching around, and you watch as he begins to point to particular locations. The old dwarf picking off each of the currently non-tarnished coloured orbs and throwing them onto the ground, whispering bits into them. You pick up, Elsyan, that he's saying something along the lines of, go for the eyes. Going through, you can see as he's scattered about only two of them out, rather than the usual four. Preparing himself, he sets up in the centre, preparing the dragon-headed axe. To presumably release an explosion again on their main target. The hooded individual stands there, kind of blankly, waiting for something to happen. You watch as the othered human, elvish individual who stands there prepares herself with her staff, ready to shapeshift and change into anything she's needed. And the Dragonborn paladin prepares herself, slamming her sword against her shield, creating some kind of a theme, similar to what you were doing, Sasha. Let's see how they face against a foe more formidable than many. From the eastern side of the jungles, a Hydra! And as one of the gates rises up, you see an 8-headed Hydra rush into the battlefield with immense speed. Catching them almost off guard, the human quickly shouts out to them to go for one of the heads. In quick succession, the team acts, rushing and surrounding the creature, pinning it in, going in with a few strikes. You watch as the dwarf this time doesn't release the main force of the blow and just proceeds to go for some basic slashes right off the bat, changing the opening fight. The hooded individual stands there, out of the fight, not doing anything. Hasn't drawn his swords, standing there motionless. The elf, shape-shifting into that of a giant spider, once again climbing onto the back and biting into the back of one of the necks. Few swipes from the Hydra, grabbing them and throwing them aside, taking them to the ground, tail whipping around and striking one of them, knocking another one to the ground, before you watch as the cloaked figure walks up slowly as the human shouts at him to get in. Walking up, the rest of the team begins to slowly back away from the Hydra at the front, and all the Hydra heads turn to this hooded figure. With one simple swoop, all of the remaining 7 heads sweep in to strike at this one figure, and you watch as there's this big cloud of dust rises into the air. The crowd almost goes silent, waiting to see what's going to happen, and as the dust settles, you see the large figure there grabbing the jaws of one of them as he snaps the head off of one of the Hydra pieces, off one of the Hydra necks, and you watch as the cloak falls down and you see hard-built chitin covering his body, a large scorpion-like tail behind him, which goes into the eyes of one of the other heads, and as you watch it begins to wither away, burning, and these pop marks forming as the head just falls limply off of the body and onto the ground. 3 heads down and enduring some ferocious attack by the Hydra, you watch as they all go back in, beginning to unload their attacks. The dwarf this time going onto the back of the creature, placing the axe down on it before releasing a large cracking strike into its main portion of its back. You watch as it buckles and breaks as the fire burns up the side of it. The heads that had begun to regenerate wither away with the fire as they fall limply to the ground, the head and the neck sizzling and burning off as it does so. The other head striking, going at this seemingly strange beetle-like individual with the hard chitin. But he tanks every hit, blocking every single one, striking it again and again. Keeping this up, he goes for a single strike with the short sword into the mouth of the last remaining head now, as the remainder of them gather themselves up and kill the Hydra once and for all. They have won. The Mountain Crushers proceed to the next round. A free win for them, it seems. Skilled and powerful, but we have seen their strength now. Can they be reached in the second round? Now, a returning home favourite with the crowds, the Dawn Seekers. As this happens, the guards again open the gates and wave for you.
Okay, before we go in, I'm starting up the drum.
I'm drumming as well.
Everybody, get out your magic instruments.
Yeah, you begin playing your drums.
I'm playing my flute as well.
Okay, I need performance checks from. I'll do.
To clarify, I'm drumming my shield,
I'll
not
do
a drum.
Sudz. Yeah, you just do a strength check to see how loud you can make it, and then from
Yeah, I'm
performance
doing
check from
my
Bhold,
voice,
performance
yeah.
check from Elsyan.
No, I don't have a mouse. What's a performance? I don't know what you're talking about. Shit, I'm not online on stage. Someone roll for me and tell me what it is.
23.
19 on your part, plus whatever your performance is.
So it's an 18.
18. So with an
Mine is a 7.
on your point, Sasha, you're slamming your weapon against your shield and the crowd is joining in, seemingly completely drowning out the sound of the war drums, which now you realise you may not be able to get this volume as everybody seems to be carrying on with what they're doing. Malcom trying to play the pan flute as best he can, but not really doing all that well when it came down to it. And Elsyan, as you're playing, there is a piercing high melody that travels through it and travels through the crowd. Some of the individuals in the crowd notice it and look your way as you begin to play the flute very elegantly, matching the speed of Sasha. Not necessarily to the same extent and the same noticeability, but enough to catch a few eyes and the attention of some while you're in this fight.
Sasha, we should start a band.
We should start a band!
Alright.
I'm just there as the hype man, really.
Position yourself as you see fit.
Same basic
It's a
plan as
pillar.
last time.
Are you gonna
Right.
climb the pillar again?
The pillar isn't
Okay.
there, it's a flat base that's maybe 5 feet off the ground max.
Well,
I still
there's
think
not
that's the
gonna
best
be anything
position for you.
underneath it this
Everyone
time,
stick
is there?
together in this time, I
Yeah.
think.
The majority of the pillar has been cracked open and crashed through. It seems like something that was previously fought in the arena did some serious damage to this thing.
Could I stand?
I wonder what
Yeah,
that
you
was.
can stand on it. It's just rough terrain, which means that you're going to be
Right
taking
there?
double movement when moving over it. You won't need it when
So-
going off, but only when going over.
Cool. Well,
So-
to be quite fair, I'm probably going to end
You
up
guys
starting
position
the
Sudz.
centre.
I'm going to put a Arachne here like he does, and I'm going to put one of these on each side.
Oh, we're gonna be one on each side, but okay. And then
I want
Elsyan.
us to
Well,
all
I have-
be together.
Well, we're all together now anyway. It's just rough terrain. There's
Okay,
some
we just have to be
places
careful
there.
if someone comes from this direction.
Okay, in which case
Just
I am going
Uh,
to put. In which case I'll do that, and you can put Sudz back there.
Yep.
Sudz can't really tank, so I'm going to put Sudz close.
Sasha, do you want to swap so that you're more?
Front and centre.
Over here.
No, over here.
I was
going
going to say you go over there. Come on.
Oh, me go over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where I was. I was just thinking they're more likely. to
Well, we
come
don't know
inside.
where they're gonna come from.
I'm just going to swap those
No,
around.
but I
Like,
think
the
it
only
should
one
be
they
more.
probably can't come from is this one, because we came through that one.
But
I
that,
think.
even that, it's a bit dubious.
Yeah.
I would like you all to roll initiative. Ice cream van!
Ice cream van!
That's your enemy. You must fight
Oh,
it.
Jesus Christ.
So not me to more of that first one.
Oh my god, I actually got a
Oh
D4
my
of 14.
I wish I could. Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, Sam?
I did accidentally roll the one next to it. But I'm going to.
Oh.
I've got the DM luck now.
Infernal.
What?
That's my message to you.
Uh,
I don't know why that's there actually, but that's.
That
Oh.
looks
I
terrifying.
assume that's
to
there
me.
for a reason.
Oh, that was,
So,
that was the group from
it's
last
okay.
time. So, what got rolled? 25 to 20, anyone? 20 to 15.
Oh no.
15 to 10.
11.
14!
Hey, there we go. Okay, 14. 10 to 5.
You put my 11 in, right?
Yes.
Sudz, I think, got.
Sudz got. I did Sudz, and or I did Malcom, and I did Arachne. So,
Hmm.
Bhold and Elsyan.
3?
Elsyan.
4.
4. Noted.
Why would you say it like that? Why would you say it like that? This is another mimic situation. Definitely not a mimic.
Ah, this is good. All right.
Shut the fuck
Well.
up.
That's the lowest initiative I've ever got.
Oh,
I rolled a bad
wow.
one too.
Oh wow. Well, at least you guys aren't divided in initiative.
Why'd you say
Oh
that?
no, they all rolled their max, hasn't it?
Oh,
get
why do you
baptism
think
this
there's
point.
more of them?
I don't know.
You would be wrong when that happens. From the festering swamps in the northern reaches of the Skycalm Mountains,
Oh.
the crumbling away, the broken, the festering troll. And you see, as walking through one of the open doors, you see an old troll-looking creature, but you see parts of its skin have rotted away and fallen off. You see parts of
This
its
ain't
muscle
right.
completely exposed, and you see this weird aura evaporating off of the outside of it as this thing goes in.
Is this a blight troll?
You don't know. All the same, it rolled a natural 20 on its initiative, so...
Do I know anything about it?
Do you know anything about it? Okay, roll an nature check.
Nope.
No, this is a big green thing, and it looks stinky. Actually, do I want it to be closer than that? Yeah, I do. I want it to be here.
Of course you do.
Yeah,
I'm
I do.
not raging. Yay.
Yeah, it is going to, with its first attack as it rushes in, it goes, Holstein! Which in Giant, for what you understand, Behold, is fresh food.
Oh no. We're not food in Giant.
I'm gonna roll for its
God, I
intelligence.
hope this isn't what I think it is.
It looks at you.
What do you think it is, Harlan?
It looks at you, Behold, as it goes to swing, and changes its mind and is going to go swing at Sasha.
Really?
Yeah, it changed its mind because you spoke in Giant to it.
Alright, friends now. Punch small.
Sasha, does a 17 hit you?
Grosh Badar.
17,
No.
I assume, doesn't hit you, Sasha?
Does not hit me.
Okay. 18 doesn't hit you either. And... oh, a 21 will, though.
21 does, in fact.
Oh
hit
no,
me.
that's 20, sorry. Not 21. Does it still hit? Or...
God, I wish it didn't.
ah, man. Alright, so, as it goes in with its two swings, its large reaching arms swinging in as it batters against your shield with two strikes, before you watch as it lunges forward, its mat of wet and soggy hair on the on its head, as it bites in on your, going straight through your armor when it does this. You take 6 points of piercing damage, and you take 12 points of necrotic damage
Oh, that's not right.
as it bites into you. And at the end of its turn, I would like each of you to take, who are within 5-foot range.
Sorry, can I get like a...
Yes,
it was a 6 and 12, was it?
Yes, 6 and 12. 6 piercing, 12 necrotic. And then I would like Elsyan, Bhold, and Sasha to each take 4 necrotic damage.
I can't afford that.
Well, you're gonna have to.
I can't afford that either.
Okay. Okay.
How much necrotic? How much damage was that?
4 more points of necrotic damage.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, end of its turn. Sasha, you're up. Followed by Arachne, then Queglod, then Malcom, then Elsyan, then Bhold.
I am so scared.
Don't be scared. Just hit it. Hit it hard. Hit it fast.
You should be.
Okay, I guess I'm doing my normal combo. Oh god, yeah. Right, I've got... Spiritual weapon, obviously that's happening.
Okie doke. Second or third level? No, second level. You only have second level. What am I talking about?
I only have second level. Yeah, so let me just set that off. Okay. And then I guess I'm just going to hit it normal type
Okay.
with a... but I'm going to set it on fire, because I might as well at this point.
Okay, so.
That's 2 rolls
So
like
this
I
is
believe.
your regular attack or your spiritual weapon?
Spiritual weapon first.
Okay, spiritual weapon
'Cause
first.
that
Go
always
ahead.
seems to go lucky.
Okay, what's the attack? That's a total of 18?
Plus 18, yes.
That hits. Okay, so that does 7 plus 5,
7
which is
plus
12
5.
points of damage. Nice, good
12
opener.
points of force damage.
Good
And then I'm
opener.
hitting it with a normal thing,
Go ahead.
which gains a plus 6.
By the way, how big is this thing?
It's a large thing, so it's maybe about 14 feet tall.
Does 15 hit?
15 does not hit. As you swing in your hammer, the fire blazing on it, you watch as it looks at it with kind of a little bit of hatred towards it, as it bats its hand, knocking your hammer before it can fully ignite, knocking it back as it
Oh,
hits
this
the
isn't
outer layer of
fun.
what looks to be very tough skin and muscle. As you hit against it, it's like hitting against stone or iron.
Oh no.
Alright. Do you guys want me to waste stuff on this fight?
God, yes, please.
Do it.
Okay. End of your turn, Sasha. Unless you wish to move, it is Arachne's turn. Arachne is going to go around. She is going to attempt it, and she's going to flank.
I'm gonna move. I'm not gonna move. There's no point in it.
Okay. The attack doesn't hit. As she goes in for the main strike, you watch as her leg bites against the back of it and fails as she pulls back as the rancid smell and the decay off of it sizzles around the local area. That ends Arachne's turn. Queglod.
Me, okay. I'm gonna
Elsyan, you're up after Malcom.
bring Felipe with me and try and get a little
Okay.
more distance on this thing.
Okay. Oh, at the end of Malcolm's turn, these are going to run over. I'll do their attacks independently, so...
Perfect. I'm assuming based on its height, I can shoot over these guys, right?
Yeah, quite happily, okay. The
Excellent.
tiger lands one hit, doing 6 points of damage. That's all the tiger can do. Yeah, you can hit over the top of your allies. It will be classed as, I'd say, at most half cover if you're trying to shoot at its lower portions, but if you're shooting at just its general body, then it's not going to have any cover.
Yeah, I don't mind where I hit. I'm just gonna.
Can the tiger move to give me advantage?
No, I've already put them there, so I've left them there. Remember, if you manage to surround all of this thing's corners, then it can't. Then you have advantage on every attack against it.
We're also taking a lot of necrotic damage if we do that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's just that's a
Um,
matter of perception, really. Okay, so
Yes,
Queglod.
okay. So I'm going to.
Because it's large, it has reach, right?
You can think that, yes, but you don't know.
Okay, well I'm fairly confident it's not coming for me at the moment, so I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it. Not using Hex, because that's bad.
Okay, you're gonna Eldritch Blast it. Go ahead. Okay, what's the to hit on that?
Makes that a 17.
Hits.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, what
That's-
damage is that?
That is 10 force damage.
Nice. Okay. So.
I am very scared of this thing, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get fucked over.
Yeah.
Well, just
you-
fuck it over first.
yeah.
That's fine.
It
Yeah.
seems scared of fire, so.
What was
if
the
anyone's
damage
got any
again?
Fire,
It was
Oh,
10 force damage.
10 force damage.
10.
for
Okay. Yeah.
blast.
Just
Yeah.
making sure I was getting my numbers right.
Yeah.
All right. End of your turn, Queglod. Unless you wish to use something as your bonus action. Malcolm's turn.
Onto that.
Malcolm, this thing
gonna
seems
move
scared of
close.
fire. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. If he moves close to it, make it give me advantage. Huh? Or
If he uses Flame Sphere, he's going to have to hit either Arachne or his tiger, and he doesn't want to do that.
Bugger.
That's the only thing he's got that's fire-based. That's Flame Sphere.
Shillelagh?
He can use
That's-
Shillelagh and go up in melee if you'd like him to.
What ranged options does he have?
Ranged options-wise, oh, he has a Firebolt. I completely forgot that that's the thing he has.
Oh, perfect.
Never mind.
Yeah, I'd say
Uh,
that move his
Yeah.
people around so there's some space, and then next turn use.
Yeah,
Flame Sphere.
I moved them on Arachne's turn just because then I know it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
minions.
that's fine.
Yeah. Just move them like there.
3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to do that just so he doesn't end up hitting any of his things.
Mhm.
He is going to roll his attack on his Firebolt. That is a D10. Yeah. And he doesn't have a D10. I'll just steal yours, Infernal. Doesn't hit. As he goes to throw the fireball in, the creature again, a little bit more worried about this one as it flies in its magic. It ducks out of the way as the fireball streaks overhead where Malcolm was trying to go for its main shoulder and back. Okay, end of his turn. Elsyan, your turn. Bhold, you're up next.
Excellent. Alright, I'm guessing if I move away, it's going to be opportunity attack, isn't it? Fuck it, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to just try to move away. Yes, I'm aware it's double movement.
Okay. Oh, it's not double movement when moving off. It's only when moving
Moving
on
on.
or
Oh, cool.
through. So you're fine. It is going to take the attack of opportunity. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
Okay.
That doesn't. Does that stop on movement?
No, that's only if he has Sentinel.
Cool.
You take. Okay, so you take 13 points of slashing damage as he rakes his one of his hands into your back, and as he does so, you can feel a small form of like the decay that's covering his body. As you take 1 point of necrotic damage as it sinks into you.
Oh god.
That
Oh
was-
god, should not have done that.
that-
Mistakes have been
So
made.
that's 14 points of damage overall. What I just dealt.
Yep, that looks about right. That feels about right.
All right. So, what would you like to do?
Gonna have to hammer of Inquisition
Hammer of
for
Inquisition.
3 side points.
Okay, 3 side points. That's a intelligence saving throw on its part.
Yes.
Okay, so that is a total of 0. Congratulations, you rolled low. Oh,
Okay.
right.
Leave my dice alone. I'm picking them up. Chris.
no,
Don't
that's
worry,
no,
I
that's fine. I accidentally clicked when I was clicking back onto the screen.
bastard.
10, 10, 10,
10,
please.
10, 10, 10, 10s.
Go for that.
18. That's good
Right.
damage. Nice. As you watch as Elsyan backing up takes a strike, the crowd goes, ooh. Thinking you're not going to last long before you turn around and this time with a little bit of rage in your eyes slam your spear into the ground. As you do, you watch as the troll grabs his head and goes, "Urgh. No, Brian." In giant,
Yes.
that's what you hear.
Brave.
That's what you hear, Behold, as it shouts that. He has the same intelligence, by the way, you've got Behold.
Oh,
You guys have something in common.
brother.
Speaking of which, it's your turn, Behold.
Oh, it is? Alright, I'm gonna frenzied rage.
Yay!
As you let out a shout of pain, the necrotic setting in, it stung you. That's enough to set it off as you grit your teeth, biting your lips slightly, as you grab your Chillsbane in hand, and you go for one large swing. Are you going to do this with Reckless or no?
I mean, fuck you. Why not?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna kill me before it kills you.
Ah, the Behold thing. Why?
Fuck it, why not?
Alright, that
Alright,
does
that's
hit.
a 21.
That's a 21, that does hit. That is 8 plus 7, taking that to 15 points of damage, and he makes a constitution save.
Yep.
Oh man, that is an 8 with a natural 1.
Oh!
Yeah,
Yes.
so you take 2, you get 2, so that's 15 plus...
7.
Oh wait, no, my correction, that was a 10 with a natural 1. I was looking at the wrong stats then.
It still fails, I think.
Still fails, yeah. It's a natural 1, well, of course it fails. So it took 15 points, then it 7 points of cold damage as you strike into the side of it.
His movement is halved.
Yeah, it's not looking too great with its with itself now. Its skin's it's peeling off before it seems to be just falling off and falling to the ground. It seems to be very angry and end of your turn, beginning of it turns around and goes, "No friend." It's gonna go for an attack on you. That's cocked. That is a 24 to hit.
Stop. Yes.
Oh,
Does that hit? I wonder.
Nope.
Alright, that is... Okay, that is 13 points of slashing, half to 6, because you're raging, and then 6 points of necrotic damage, so 12 damage from its first attack, and it's got 2 more.
oh no.
Next attack, that is a 21 to hit.
Yes.
That is another 12 points of slashing, half to 6, and 8 points of necrotic damage.
That's 14.
As it,
Sure.
as it has both of its as it's got both of its claws, rakes across your chest. No friend! And it goes for one more strike against you with its bite. Oh man. And that is a total of 26 to hit. And you take 5 points of piercing damage, halved to 2. And low rolls, 6 points of necrotic damage.
Very low.
Did you want to use your stone's endurance on any of that? Because
Yes,
you do
I
have
do.
It. Which one do you want to use it on? Did you want to use it on one of the 8s for the necrotic?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. So it's a D12 plus your con mod. This is versus 8, so that takes that down to 2 points of damage. So you gain 6 back from all that. In effect. And at the end of its turn, after all of its attacks, everybody within 5 feet takes 4 points of necrotic damage again. Man, at least it's consistent.
Oh god.
Fuck you, Chris.
What the fuck is this thing? Where the hell is it from?
Ape takes 4, Tiger takes 4, Arachne takes 4.
So that has one more of those puff balls, right?
Yes, he has one more puffball that he can use.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not high on health.
I didn't have to fucking reckless. Fucking assholes.
Oh man. Okay. Top of the round again, Sasha.
Okay.
Technically that was top of the round, but oh well. Sasha.
Technically, as long as I'm within 10 feet of it, I'm not going out of its opportunity attack range, so I could just go here.
You can think that, yeah?
Can you not say that, Chris? Can you confirm to me the rules of the game that you've set out previously?
I don't know. You can do a nature check if you want to see if you can see if you know what the reach
you
of
know
this
what?
creature
Actually,
is.
there's a monkey over here. I'm fine already. I think.
Actually, it's Arachne, but yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. God, I hate this thing.
Why did I tell you the reach of a creature? You find that out. And you've already had enough clues. Because, you know, 2 people ran away from it while they were within 10 feet of it.
Yeah, but Queglod didn't get hit. But
that's my point!
I'm very scared, okay?
Alright, go ahead. Do what you want to do.
Right, I'm just gonna fucking... Right, so... I'm going to... It doesn't like fire, so I think I'm gonna double down on that. And this might be the wrong thing to do.
Okay.
I'm going to use Searing Smite on
Using
myself.
your bonus action, your next attack will do the additional fire damage.
Yes. And I'm also setting my thing on fire as well, just because, you know. Oh, D6 and a D8. I'm just going to attack the damn thing.
Okay, go ahead. It's only a D6 from Searing Smite.
Yeah, but
Searing Smite's not that good.
it does set it on fire, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
That does hit.
assuming
Yeah,
that
that
hits.
does hit, doing 8 plus 5, doing 13 points of damage, some of which is fire. You watch as it's set on fire, its attention immediately swings back around to you as you've hit it with fire on the side. And you watch as the fire begins to, as it strikes it, you watch as some of that rancid, like, aura that's coming off of it begins to slowly fade in a little bit as the decay slows down.
The attack deals an extra 1d6 fire damage to the target and causes the target to ignite in flames. I mean, it's not going to mean much because you just told us it's Constitution and Jesus fucking Christ.
So what's
At the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, so end of your turn then. You can't use your spiritual weapon because that takes a bonus action. You used it for Searing Smite. Arachne will go. She is also going to use advantage.
Can Arachne move here or whatever?
Arachne can shift across, yeah. Going in for the attack. That does hit, doing 5 plus 3, I want to say. Yep, 5 plus 3 points of piercing damage. That's 8 points of piercing damage to it. And it now makes a Constitution saving throw. That's a natural 20, that's 28. It shrugs off the poison, seems to have no effect on it. End of Arachne's turn. Queglod, you're up.
Okay.
You see this thing, you see the aura of it begin to fade slowly back. Actually, no, the tiger and the ape get to make their attacks. Tiger hits with one, ape hits with another, and the ape's second attack misses. Okay, so that's 1d6
Is it
and 1d10.
possible for Winston to move over here?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Ooh, good damage on their part.
Nice.
They
Okay,
do a
that's
total of
good.
21 damage on that. Good job, them. Alright. Queglod? Winston has moved.
Yeah, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him again.
Okay, go ahead with the attack roll. Nice,
Ooh.
that's max damage. 10 plus what?
Yeah, that is 10 plus 3, so
Ooh,
13.
13 points of damage. Nice. As you throw in an eldritch blast, it soars through the air, striking the chest of the creature. As you watch small portions of it begin to fall away now, as it's getting seriously injured.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hmm.
If you want to move, go ahead. It's up to you. Malcolm's turn. He's going to try and firebolt again.
No, I'm gonna stay here.
And try and firebolt again. See if he can actually land it this time. He's seen the fire and he's seen that it can do something, so he's going to do it. That hits. That is 4 points of fire damage as he sets the side of it ablaze as it begins to burn ever so slightly. End of Malcolm's turn. Elsyan.
Yes, Elsyan. Oh, goddamn. You know what? I'm going to use my cloak of minor blur. No, actually, forget that. I'm far too far away for that to matter right now. Ignore everything I just said. I'm gonna just hammer Inquisition for 3 psi points.
Okay, 3 psi points. Intelligence saving throw.
Oh, psi. I'm just gonna...
You know what the total of that one is?
What?
1. It's going up in the world, guys.
Dead. Oh.
6 points
Wow.
of psychic damage.
That might
Now,
be the saddest thing I've ever
as much
seen.
as that is sad, it is still alive. And you'll hate me even more once you find out how many hit points it has left. Behold.
I'm going to drop
Aye.
kick you. I don't mean me jumping up in the air and dropping in the air and kicking you. I mean lifting you up in the air, then kicking you as you drop.
Alright, so Infernal, what are you doing?
You know exactly what the fuck I'm doing.
What are you going to do then? Reckless attack! Oh, I forgot it made all of its attacks with advantage last turn. Let's see if there are any that were crits. Nope.
That's an 18.
18, that hits.
That's 10 plus 7
Okay.
plus...
You bring your greatsword in, striking against the main ribcage of it as you tear through. You watch as portions of its innards begin to slump out, and it goes, Stein!
Sorry, friend.
Just collapses onto the ground.
Oh, I feel kind of bad for it now.
Okay. Do anything else? No?
No.
I mean, it's still on fire.
Yeah, it's still on fire. Oh, that's the point, it's still on fire. So it doesn't regenerate, it dies. Crowd open.
Yeah!
It has regeneration?
I remember
when
Divinity
it
Original
goes
Sin,
down
Chris.
to 0 hit points, if it's not been hit by fire or acid, it gets back up on 1 hit point, and then it would get its full round of attacks on you with advantage.
Whew, yeah, that's still one more attack.
Yeah, I know,
I'd
but you
like
wouldn't.
to-
You didn't use it. That's why I asked. If you hadn't set it on fire, then it would be back up.
Oh, shit.
I'd like to thank Divinity Original Sin for teaching me all I had to know to not die horribly during this campaign.
Oh, indeed, great game. Go check it out. Especially for a lot of these things. As this happens, the crowd goes, yeah, and the commentator goes, well, how about that? They clawed back. First round going down. One of them going down from a surprise attack from the Grek Alpha. The rest of them cleanly dispatching of this troll. As the crowd begins to cheer, individuals begin to slowly chant Dawn Seekers as you begin to slam
And-
against your shield and
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
And while I'm raging, I pull out my drums again. This time for sure.
Alright, roll with advantage.
Okay,
Frenzied
I'll be...
rage.
There's me just in great amount of pain.
Yeah.
15. Fuck.
Yeah. Sasha again with the very loud opener going through. You're not too bad with your drums, Bhold, but they're not making sound over the resounding stomps of the crowd.
you wanna add to this?
No, I am in
Elsyan,
great
Malcom.
pain.
Who am I?
Malcolm, do you wanna add into it?
He does. He begins to play his pan flute, and he begins to play it very loud. Being smart about this, he makes the sound of it a little bit louder as he begins to slowly but surely play the sound of his pan flute, which echoes out through the rest of it. You will proceed to take your short rest with the combat now over. Spiritual weapon fades. Make sure you count your spell slots and so on. Make sure you've got the right number. You've got hit dice you can use. You can heal up. You can use health potions and so on.
The next one's the last fight, right?
As far as you're aware, yes.
I don't like how you say that, Chris. I'd like to spend 3 hit dice.
Go ahead. Just roll your hit dice. Make sure you're using the right number. Make sure you're not using too many. If you've got Prayer of Healing, Harlan, you have 30 minutes to do that. It's a short rest. Go ahead to do so.
Wait, can I cast it as a ritual?
No, it's just a 10-minute cast time.
Well then, fuck, because I don't have the spell slots to really
Oh,
use
okay,
it.
never mind then. As you way too hot in here at the moment.
6, 2, 3, 11 plus 3 times my Constitution score. That's how hit dice work.
It's the roll on your dice plus your Constitution score, yes, for healing.
Okay, so
with
Constitution.
with that portion of the fight over, you hear the calling of the other individuals being brought out. The Dawnseekers have done their work. Now the Oporum Rovers get brought back into the stage. As you're sitting there healing from your licking your wounds and preparing yourself, you see the old halfling in there who's staggering a bit with his tankard in hand still. You see the female orc carrying her great axe over her shoulder as she walks in. The human individual also carrying his short sword and shield, the complete bald head and plate and heavy armor he wears. You see the female dwarf bard slowly playing away as she's got a rapier at her side this time, obviously taking this fight a little bit more seriously. And the human ranger there with her dual crossbows ready to unleash some more pain. Now, from the sky-calm mountain range, again with some more powerful individuals, brought and reined in from the stone giant Snag himself, an elder frost salamander. And as he shouts this out, you watch this large, lumbering, draconic-like creature with these 6 legs rushes in, frost crystals growing all over its body. It rushes in, and it goes in for a very quick lunge at the halfling. Halfling's caught off guard as he goes to do his usual, bending backwards to dodge the attack. The large salamander grabs his torso and tosses him across the arena. The rest of them now taking it more seriously. The female orc rushes up, goes in for a very heavy swing as it digs into the ice crystals on the outside. The other male individual goes into some kind of rage, also saying a quick prayer and raising his short sword as he goes in for another strike against its creature, the divine light travelling with it as it strikes into the side of it. The dwarf runs over and begins to play a very light melody, and before touching the halfling as he gets back up, seemingly recovered from his wounds. The female human runs forward and jumps off of the central broken pillar, and proceeds to unleash a few shots straight into the side of the frost salamander before they move around, quickly surrounding it and going in for some good hits. Barbarians doing their work, the dwarf running up and playing a quick song, releasing the final tune that inspires the rest of the team before they go in for a few very quick and heavy hits. Blows were traded and individuals took quite a bit of damage here, similar to what you took there, Bhold. But ultimately, they overcame this challenge. And the Oporan Ravers have won this one. And with the Juvaros Hunters out, that leaves 3 remaining teams. The Mountain Crushers, the Dawn Seekers, and the Oporan Rovers. few more of the gap fights take place, and the fighting is a little bit less lackluster. The crowd aren't enjoying it as much, but they're eagerly sitting by waiting for the next few rounds to come through. Did any of you want to do anything during this time?
Okay, what hit points are everyone on? Because I want to stay up. Well,
Love that style.
Malcolm can give you a.
What?
You know what? Let me just take a health potion first. Let me just take a health potion. Got one left.
I have one
I
level
managed to
2
roll
spell
pretty
slot
high on my
left.
hit dice, so I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
four,
what
so
in terms of level 1?
that's 6, 8. I have no health potions left. Fucking wonderful.
How many first level spell slots do you have, Harlan?
I have 2. I've been
got-
holding out for this last fight because I suspect it'll
Malcolm,
Yeah,
Malcolm
I'm
has
gonna blow
3.
everything.
Malcolm has 3, and he has a second level spell slot if you need some heavy healing.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's
Who
going
needs
to.
healing? I know Elsyan does.
I'm now on 13 health, not the 5.
Okay.
I just drunk my last health.
Okay. Chris, how big is the room we're in, or are we out in the open?
You're in a room, so you're in probably maybe a 30 by 30 room, 30 foot by 30 foot room.
So it's 30 feet up.
Yeah, about that.
Okay, I'm gonna drink my potion.
Oh, your potion of growth.
Yes.
Okay, roll a d4.
okay, wait until it's like oh wait, no, it lasts for an hour.
It
yeah.
lasts for
Lasts
1d4
for an hour.
hours. Yeah, anything that lasts for an hour, I usually do 1d4.
Yeah, 5 hours.
So 4 hours.
4 hours.
So it lasts for 4 hours. You're going to be quite big.
Okay. Yeah, and how are people hit die?
I've got one hit die left.
I used all of mine.
Malcolm's
Okay.
going to use one of his so that he can top himself off. He should otherwise be good. Yeah, even if he rolls on 1, it's fine.
Is everyone on?
I'm on 36.
Elsyan, did you need healing still?
I'm on 38. I'm not at full, but I'm close enough.
Yeah,
about
I'm
13.
4 off a full.
You're at
Out of
13. What's your max?
24.
Okay, he's going to throw a first level healing at first level cure wounds at you.
Cool.
Okay, you heal for 7.
Cool, bring you up to 20. I'm fine then.
Right, cool.
21, I think.
We're a little bit bruised. We're a little bit beaten, but god damn it, if we're not gonna have some fun with it.
I'm not going to go down for
I have taken
I've
no damage
still got-
whatsoever.
I've still got 11 side points. I'm good.
When Queglod takes damage,
I
that's
still
when
have
we
one
can
more
get-
frenzied rage in me.
Perfect. So I've got full hit points, full hit dice, just in case there is a round 4.
Mm.
I've got Frosted
All your
Hold.
spells.
Yeah.
Malcolm's got a bunch of
What-
spells that she can
You
blow.
saved
if
everything,
necessary.
right, on Queglod?
Hmm?
Saved everything for this, right?
Yeah. Well, all my spell slots are short rest anyway, so.
Yeah, so you can
Got
just
all
go
my
all out and don't need to worry about it. Okay.
I didn't want to hex in that fight because, you know.
With a
got
quick
got
round
any defenses
2
on
from
there.
all counterparts and a seeming alliance broken by the Dawnseekers against their new friend, the Rot Troll. Now the fight begins again with our new individuals, the Mountain Crushers, against one of the more dangerous of foes. And you watch as they all walk in and they prepare themselves. This time the human individual, the kind of carapace individual, doesn't have their cloak over them. And they seem to be a little bit more prepared. Now you get a better look at them. They seem to have what looks to be a light grey, bluish chitin covering their body. The majority of their body, with the exception of their neck and head. You can see they have this large scorpion-like tail which
Is he
rises
a
behind
human?
them. Yes, he's a human. You can see a general mat of hair, but the individual is very big for a human-sized individual. You can see they carry 2 short swords at either side, and they carry what looks to be a set of 2 bowlers on their left side, preparing. And they all walk on stage, they're all prepared, and you watch as the commentator goes, "Now let the final battle commence!" And there's this boom, 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 and you watch as this large frog-like creature that's about 20 to 22 foot tall leaps into the middle of the stage. And you watch as it goes and it grasps out with this large lashing tongue, just snatches up the dwarf with his axe, and his axe is brought close to him, and he's not really able to do anything as he's pulled and swallowed by the large frog-like creature as it looks down. It goes in for another 2 strikes, hitting the elf, and she's knocked to the ground. The beetle-like individual grapples the main portion of its leg before its stinger jabs into the side of it. The human unloading 2 crossbow bolts into the main chest of the large creature before the dragonborn rushes up and lets out this massive exhale of frost which just covers the front of the frog creature. As it manages to break its mouth open, it vomits up the dwarf, covered in this burning stomach acid when it does so, as it lashes out again with its tongue at the elf who's now on the ground. You watch as the beetle, the humanoid beetle, grabs one of the bowlers and throws it, slicing the tongue clean in half as it snaps off and breaks. As it turns, it goes for a large bite against the individual who threw the bowlers. Biting into his upper torso, you watch as there's a large spray of gore and like green and red guts that just explode out from where the bite is. The tail strikes against the side of it, but he's swallowed down with that attack. You watch as it proceeds to attack the other individuals. Its tongue, not really in the best of spots, proceeds to strike them again and again. They fight it off, the dwarf eventually getting up. And he looks down at his axe, and he lights a fuse as his large explosion hits the edge of the frog-like creature as it vomits up again its prey that it had swallowed, before the druid rushes over and transforms into a stalactiger on the back of this large frog-like creature, biting into its back and tearing into portions of it as they begin to work at it slowly but surely. The white dragonborn paladin striking again and again at it, eventually cutting off a few of its toes and severing portions of its leg. It begins to bite and attempts to swallow other individuals, but more crossbow bolts and heavy hits break them out of there. They are very badly beaten and very badly wounded, but they do come out of it alive as the large frog-like creature hits the ground before them. Large cheers from the crowd as this happens. A few of them raise their sword and shield, but they are beaten and they are bruised. With that round over, you watch as other individuals begin to gather themselves and collect themselves, preparing for the coming onslaught. And now we welcome back the Dawn Seekers, back to their old stomping grounds. Let's see how they fare against our next challenge. Alright, so go ahead and position yourselves. I will move
Right.
the relevant things to time
Okay.
bits there.
I'm so scared, Chris.
What?
Right, I'll be here. Just.
Infernal, did you drink the potion?
Yes, I did.
Yes, he did. I'll make you swole. Don't worry.
Should I go back in the middle where I was?
Meep, meep, meep. Meep, meep. There you go.
Should I go back in the middle here, guys? What do you think? Because I'm not sure.
I mean, I think that's the best path for you.
Okay.
Honestly,
Okay.
yeah, you're the
Malcom will go here. Arachne will go here again.
Oh,
And he'll have his,
yeah, then.
his creatures there and do that.
No, I'll go. Yeah. We're just hoping they come from this direction.
Okay. So.
Oh, well.
Okay. So, I would like everyone to roll initiative for me, please. Not great.
Oh, thank God.
Not amazing on its part.
Well done. Finally.
Smashfist! Want to be a 1. Oh.
Finally, some good initiative.
Arachne
Nice one.
and Malcom. Okay. Malcom got a grand total of 5?
Oh god. Now completely unprotected on our left side.
Nope.
Wonderful.
It's 4 on Malcolm's part and it's an 11 on Arachne's. Okay, 25 to 20, anyone? 20 to 15.
18.
15.
Oh, that's a lot of people. 17 on Behold. Queglod?
18 on Queglod.
18 on Queglod and 15 on Elsyan. And Sasha?
Yes.
That's
13.
a lot of initiative.
13. Oh, nice. You got some high
We're
initiatives
all
on there.
high.
Yeah. You're all up there, nice and up there, with the exception of Malcolm, who's not doing too good on the
Well, that's fine.
lower ends
The
of the scale.
important thing is that Behold can rage before getting hit,
Yes.
potentially.
Indeed.
I would say don't rage if it doesn't think it's going to be necessary. But...
And now, with this fight taking place, again from the mountain ranges, sometimes a familiar pet to those who can tame it,
Oh my
the
god.
giant's friends, the Ramohas. And you watch as this large blue creature, centipede-like in structure with a large billowing frill that stretches out to either side, these red spikes lining its back as it clicks and clacks all across the ground. 27 foot in height. This creature rushes into the battlefield at monstrous speeds as it rushes in
Chris?
Can it
and
not?
prepares itself.
Chris, this is the thing that killed all those people in Sword Art Online.
Yeah, well, not my fault they died. They should have been better.
Do I know stuff about this?
Not having guts
Yes,
on
make a
online.
Guys,
nature check
if
with
you
advantage.
die in D&D, do it die in real life.
Yes. Prepare your,
Elsyan's
prepare
scared the
yourself.
fuck out of that.
Oh my god.
You want to hug it. Try an animal handling check, why don't you?
Do you want me?
I'd
I'm
rather
all
you
for that.
I'd rather you didn't. I mean, you can. It'll be with disadvantage because of the combat, but you know. All right, top of the round, Queglod. You almost prepared for this as you see this large creature just rush out and begin towards the rest of you.
Okay, right. I'm gonna move around here. It has to go through Malcolm. Sorry, buddy. You get some money. Okay, I'm gonna hex it and yell out to everyone, "Take it down quickly before it gets a chance to attack."
Can you make it Constitution?
Sure.
Disadvantage on Constitution saves.
Constitution.
Got it.
Saves are checks. I always get this wrong.
Checks, sorry.
Yeah.
So in which case you might want it to be either strength or dex generally.
Hmm.
Because if it's checks, it'll want to try to do things like if you're
Yeah,
stealthing,
if it tries to say
if you're
grapple,
grappling, strength.
maybe.
Or if it's trying to escape from something, dex. Constitution isn't used for any checks.
Well, it's used for my chills, Ben.
No, that's a saving
That's a
throw.
saving throw, isn't it?
Oh, that's a saving. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Ah.
that's the difference. I'd say strength then, unless there are any, unless there's any requests.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, quick question. What is this thing and how to kill?
It's dangerous. It's big. A lot bigger than you, Sasha.
My papa used to own one. No.
Alright, so. Queglod.
Right,
I'm
I've hexed
scared.
it, so I'm gonna. Well, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
You're gonna what? I've never heard you do such a thing.
Maybe try and aim for the under. The underbelly doesn't look particularly soft either. I'm just gonna try and
Aim
annoy
for
it.
it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, make your attack.
Backpedaling. That's what I need to do.
What's the hit?
17.
17.
17.
Just hits. Yeah.
So that's 11 force damage and 4 necrotic.
11 force, 4 necrotic, taking that to 15 points of damage. A nice opener. As it sees you do this, you watch as you strike against the main torso of it. You watch as its body recoils a little bit as you watch its body get covered in these tiny ice crystals where your strike hits. Before you watch it flare up, and from its spine you watch flames erupt from it. The tiger, the monkey, and Malcolm all take 8 points of fire damage as you watch as it erupts outwards in a small area around it as it hits everybody nearby to it. The cold also breaching outwards as it reaches up and grabs the individuals as frost crystals begin to form, mildly intimidating and forming some form of frostbite on them. Okay.
Oh, no.
Hopefully that's a reaction and not just something that happens every time it gets
Oh,
Find out.
okay. Let's see, shall we? Why don't you
hit. Let's
test it?
investigate.
Why
Smack
don't
it.
you test it again? Alright, speaking of which, Behold, it's your turn.
Behold, I'm just saying, over here would be good, I think.
Yeah.
Remember, you gain advantage if you would be here. Which
Here?
way to remember? Yep. Because you'd be opposite the monkey.
Oh, he's got the monkeys. He's got the monkeys.
Frenzy rage again. Fuck
Frenzy
it.
rage. Alright,
Yes.
releasing a frenzied rage once again. Second point of exhaustion. That means your speed is. Oh no, that's at the end of your frenzied rage.
That's at
Never
the
mind.
end.
Yep, so your speed is not halved yet. Go ahead with your frenzied rage, reckless attacking.
I just have advantage, not reckless.
Oh yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah, I'm wrong. Ignore me. So that is
16 plus constitution.
16 plus a Constitution saving throw on its part. I need. What's its damage? There we go. So that takes that down to that. Go, stupid fly. Constitution saving part on its turn.
Oh, I should do 1d4.
Oh yeah, because you're large. You're swole. 4. Nice. Okay. It makes its Constitution saving throw. It succeeds on a 16.
Okay.
However, as the blade strikes into it, you watch as the frost crystals form on the outside of it, and they just join into the rest of them. This thing seems to be more or less immune to cold. Similar in that regard, you watch as your cold strikes against the side of it, you watch as fire erupts outwards in an area surrounding it. You each take 6 points of fire damage. That goes to Malcom, the tiger, the monkey, and you, Infernal.
Oh, great.
Okay.
By the way, just asking, if I have reach, and if I'm like here, for example, would I still have advantage?
No.
No?
No.
I have to be next to it?
You have to be next to it, yeah. Because you have to be in the equivalent of engaged with it. Also, you can't be there because there's a wall.
But yeah, just asking.
Unless you want
to.
to try and position yourself in such a way that, like, you've got the
No,
butt
I'm
cheeks
just,
sandwiched on either
like,
side, and
Not asking you doing it.
no. Yeah, but no, you wouldn't gain it because you'd have to be directly opposite and directly engaged with the target. Because otherwise, I could use that on you guys, and that's not fair when something has a 70-foot reach. Because you know it doesn't work with spells and that sort of thing, so it makes sense. As you do this, you watch as the monkey turns into a brown pom-pom and burns up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Rip. Malcom is not looking too great. Okay. Just making sure I did get that right. There aren't any saves on that. Yeah, there's no saves on that. Alright. Oh, and you attacked it with a melee attack. You take... Forgot about this. You attacked it with a melee attack, you take 6 points of fire damage. As you strike into it, this crimson red blood strikes against you and it begins to burn and sizzle against you.
What, me?
Yep, you, because you attacked it. Alright. End of your turn, Behold. Elsyan.
Excellent. Right then. Also gonna back the hell up.
Why? What's wrong with this thing? Also,
Chris, I have reasons to back the hell up away from even a mouse, quite frankly.
granted, yeah, like it scratches you and you die.
But
Anyway, what are you going
just
to
like from here. Ugh, do I have to? I've got the wrong window open. It's that one. That's the one I want. Just double checking what I want to do. I think I do just want to have an Inquisition. This Eagle Whip's not quite the same.
Eager Whip would shut down its attack potentially, but it's
Well, well, yeah.
It's disadvantage.
Actually,
on
no.
well, yeah,
I'm
because it's
second,
the version, but it's
I thought the change
don't
was
know.
Sorry, I thought the change was to just affecting me, but it wasn't. I mistook. So yeah, I've got to cast Eagle Whip on it.
Okay, casting
Because
Eagle
that's
Whip.
'cause
It
it
makes an intelligence saving throw. That is a natural 9 with a -2. Or no, -3 makes that 6.
Whew.
Alright.
That does not beat. my DC of 14.
3d8.
That is 3d8. Okay. Just let me control my dice, Chris.
No.
I can do this. I'm able to do this sort of thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Dice.
That's
Not
8
very
points-
well, apparently.
8 points of psychic damage. Shut up, Sasha.
Wait, there we go.
And okay, yeah. As you strike it, as you throw out what looks to be some kind of whip on your end, swinging your staff round, it strikes the creature as it recoils its head slightly, as it looks around feverishly at each of the individuals surrounding it. The frost crystals from it don't seem to expand and strike out at everybody when you do this.
Excellent. You pathetic snake creature.
I'll have you know it's a monstrosity. Alright,
So it's not a humanoid? Oh, damn.
Sasha, what would
did
you
they
like to
call
do?
this thing again? Like,
Ramohas.
it's fucking terrifying is what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's a big word for
That's
that,
it.
which is why you don't understand.
That does give us that advantage, or is
Yeah,
it
that's
hit?
advantage.
Yeah.
No, it is any tile which you are opposite with a adjacency of 3. So there, it will be these 3, and because he's here, it will be those 3. Well, no, it would be these 4 that it would grant advantage because Behold's there. Because it's a huge creature.
Yeah.
So it's easy
I
to
will
get
say
right.
it seems to be that as few attacks as possible would be a good idea.
Wait, if it's a huge creature,
Well,
does
I'm
that mean it has
completely fucking useless then.
disadvantage?
Hmm?
Wait, because it's a huge creature, doesn't that mean it has disadvantage against hitting Simon? Sorry, Queglod.
No, size doesn't matter unless it's a tiny creature. Size doesn't matter,
Okay.
kids. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying trying to do like lots of big hits rather than
Also, this fire thing is within 5 feet of him, right?
Seems to be, yes. The frost seems to grow out from him and then coalesce around the feet of other individuals.
Okay, I think
Wait, is it fire or frost?
you want big
It's
hits,
both.
right?
It
Si?
varies depending on what I want it to be.
yeah, that sounds good. I'm just
No,
saying
correct.
spiritual weapon is going to keep triggering its thing.
Correction is hybrid damage, but you know.
Okay, let's inflict some wounds then.
Okay,
Ooh.
go ahead.
Wait, where's my D10? There's my
Is
D10.
it attack roll?
I'm moving them over.
That's not
before I
your
can-
D10s, they're Elsyan's D10s. Get your own.
Okay, I'll grab my D10. Thank you.
Get your own D10s.
I get 2 dice for this.
Just don't talk to me or my D10s again.
Oh god.
That does not
That
hit.
doesn't hit. That does not hit.
And as
It
you
would have been so much lovely damage as well.
it would have been, but as you go to touch it, you take
Mm,
7 points of fire damage, reduced down by 3 because of your amulet.
I remember, yes.
So 4 points of fire damage to you.
Ha! what
As you
the
touch
fuck?
against the edge of it, the outside of it is burning hot. And as you take your hand back before the spell successfully releases, rubbing your palm.
What's the shit biscuit?
Okay. End of Sasha's turn.
I've still got a bonus action, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I'm going to. I can't do anything.
Why not?
I'm sorry. I've got to summon the spiritual weapon.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's fine. We've got a.
Yeah.
Will the spiritual weapon count as a...
Oh, probably.
It
Because
could.
it does so much damage to us all.
It will count as a physical attack, yeah.
Yeah.
Force
Sorry,
damage.
Sudz.
Wrong damage dice, but okay, because it's a D8, not 3d10.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty fair.
That would have been
Sorry.
good, but unfortunately you rolled the wrong die. It's 23 damage you missed out on that.
Okay.
That does hit, I will tell you that. So that's
9.
9 points of damage as you strike against it. Okay. 9 points of damage. That takes you to that. Ooh, done quite a lot of damage for round 1. And that's the wrong die. I don't want to roll a d20 for damage. I wanted to roll that. Alright, 8 points of fire damage to 8 points of fire frost damage to
Chris, I
everybody.
think I'm going to pass
To
on.
who?
Well, I
Wait.
to everybody around it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so 8
So
points of
you
frost
take,
damage.
because it is fire frost, you take only 6 points because it's 4 cold, 4 fire. Because it halves and then it divides itself.
Right, okay.
So you take 6 points of damage there. It's not quite half. Oh no, you're reduced by 3, aren't you? Not
5.
resistance.
Yeah.
So it would be 5, sorry,
Yeah.
for you. Everybody else takes 8. Including the tiger, including Malcolm.
How's Malcolm doing?
How is that tiger still alive? Jesus Christ.
It's not. The tiger turns into a yellow pom-pom and dies.
Oh, rip.
You spoke too soon. Malcolm's on 10 hit points.
He's fine.
He's fine!
completely
I'm sure it's
fine.
fine. And then it moves on to its turn.
Oh,
Oh,
He's
Now-
not fine.
It's not
just
very
remember,
fine.
it's got disadvantage. On...
It has, but it doesn't have to attack to do some damage. Because it's going to move and trample.
Oh,
Sudz takes...
That's not a disengage or a dash action, is it?
No, it's not. Which means if you hit it, you take damage. You're welcome to.
No, it's that it can only take disengage, dodge, or dash.
No, it's changed.
Ego Whip has
It's
changed
changed.
because it was way
Oh,
too
right.
OP beforehand.
Okay.
It's a second level spell that does
It's sad that I
3d8
was
and
shut
stops
down.
him from doing anything. So,
Right, okay.
yeah.
Because we're sad I was shutting down his creatures.
Yeah, it shuts down everything. So now it gives disadvantage to the first attack until it successfully attacks something.
So, Elsyan got nerfed,
So,
effectively.
It does 2 damage to Malcolm. Sasha, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And Queglod, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
I like how I was right
Is
next
there
to
no,
it. I don't
no
like
save to that, I assume?
No save.
No.
It just runs straight over you.
Interesting.
As it
And
runs
in
over you,
theory,
it's
would that be an opportunity attack?
that would be an opportunity attack from the spiritual weapon, from Sasha, from Malcolm, and from Bhold. However, Malcolm can't opportunity attack because he can't really attack with his staff. I mean, he can, but it's like a -2
Yeah,
to
he-
hit. So
Will it?
He
Okay,
he
so
can try. Actually,
wait,
no, he
so
probably shouldn't.
3 opportunity attacks.
No.
Will it release the fire 3 times?
yes,
Okay, I will not opportunity attack.
I
I was
will.
going to say if anyone would, it should probably be you, but
you will. Okay,
I
Sasha,
will.
go ahead.
Because
Any
I
opportunity
can use-
attack when it's like
Because I can use a spell instead.
Because of
I am going
Warcaster.
to use my. I am going to use the other thing. I'm going to use inflict wounds again and hope
That's
to God this time it works.
if it's Warcaster, it's a cantrip you can cast.
Oh, I can cast a can. Oh, right. I
If
did not
it's
realize
if
that.
it's Warcaster, if it's War Magic, which is I believe is an Eldritch Knight thing.
No. War magic is the
Eldritch.
cantrip one.
Is it?
Uh,
I'm gonna double check this just because I'm not sure. What does it say on your?
Warcaster. You can, when a hostile creature's movement provokes an opportunity attack from you, you can use your reaction to cast a spell at the creature rather than making an opportunity attack.
Okay, so yeah,
So
go
my
ahead.
father-
What would you like to use? Casting time has to be 1 action.
I would like to use, because technically it doesn't say that I have to action.
do you want to try it again? Harlan?
Very loud dragon goes by.
Dragon goes by and Elsyan starts sneezing.
I'm allergic
yeah.
to dragons,
It's a
okay?
pollen dragon.
Because
No, that's just terrifying.
because it's moving past as it is now, I would like to use guiding bolts since it doesn't say it has to be a melee spell or that I have to hit it at melee, just that it has to.
Okay, I want
provide
to-
an
Yes,
opportunity
but it
attack.
triggers when it's here, which means that
Yeah.
it will be disadvantaged to hit.
Okay, mine would trigger
Okay.
when it's here. Right?
Yours would trigger when it's here and it moves off.
No, why? Because I have reach. I have here.
Oh yeah, so it would trigger when it's there, when it's on top of these two. Spiritual weapon will trigger when it's here, then it moves here, then it moves here, then it moves over one more, at which point it's trampling Queglod, and you would get your attack
Yeah.
opportunity when it's
By the
here.
way, I took 5 bludgeoning damage from that, right?
5
I
bludgeoning,
think
yes.
if we take our opportunity attacks, Sudz is gonna die.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, so that does not look
Do we
good.
care? Yes.
Well, it's up to you. He's your secondary healer, and if you die, then that's it. It's up to you. You'll have disadvantage on Guiding Bolt because it'll be in melee range.
No, I've got inflict wounds instead, which I can use, which is fine.
Do you want to use that?
No,
Chris does raise a good
no.
point though. If Sudz can survive and heal himself up,
Yeah, fine.
Now,
but
Behold,
I-
you still have
I
the gauntlets
resi-
on,
I
so you
re-
can't be healed. I'm remembering that.
I know, I know.
rescind my opportunity attack.
You concede it?
Yep, it's going. It's fine
Okay,
to go.
so it's over here. Hex is still on it. We just have to move it. Oh yeah, and I need to put concentration on you, Queglod.
yeah,
for
yes. Keep
The,
forgetting
for
that.
that.
That's fine.
Alright, and then with its first attack, which is going to make with disadvantage, it is going to attempt to bite. First of all, it's going to make an insight check to see if it can figure out which one of you two cast the mind stuff. That's a 4, so it has no idea, so I am going to roll a d20. Who wants high, who wants low?
Hi.
Alright. Well, that's a natural 20.
I saved
so
you, Elsyan.
that's high,
You better
so
fucking thank me.
Queglod, you take an attack with disadvantage. That is 14 and a 16.
Oh, you bastard.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Sorry.
Yeah. How much? How dead?
You take... First off, you take 21 points of piercing damage.
Jesus.
Followed up
Okay, I'm still on 4.
Followed by 8 points of fire damage.
Dead.
As it bites into
Not
your...
dead, but
Yeah,
unconscious.
you're knocked out. As it bites into your torso, lifts you up and flings you across the arena. Queglod just goes flying across here. You take 1 death saving throw because it flung you. You are currently unconscious, so that death saving throw would be a failure because you took damage.
Okay.
However, and your concentration automatically breaks, causing Hex to fail, and it is next to you, Elsyan.
Ah, okay.
And that is going to end its turn.
I can't go away without
Arachne's
being
turn.
Get
1,
Arachne
2,
to sacrifice himself for the cause.
7, 8. She is going to wait there so that if it tries to run... Actually, no, she's going to go there. So if it tries to run past again, she can sentinel it and stop it before it reaches you two. Malcolm's turn. He is going to use his bonus action to... Oh no.
Can you go and heal Queglod?
Yeah, he will. He's going to run over. He's going to use his action to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Woo.
He doesn't care about himself, obviously. No, of course not. Cure Wounds at 2nd level heals you for 2d8 plus 6. So that is 12 plus 6. You heal 18 points from 0, putting you up to 18 hit points. And then he is going to use his bonus action to chug a healing potion, if he has one. Which he has 1 left of.
Yay!
Right.
Heals 2d4.
You've got to fucking stockpile healing potions after this.
Yeah.
Okay, he gains 10 hit points from that.
All the healing.
Max
potions.
healing.
Need all of
Nice.
them.
Nice.
Okay, max healing on his part. And then he is going to shout, Elsyan, get back! Then let the others, then hit it from range. Okay.
Not surviving the
If he
opportunity.
goes
yeah.
back, he's going to die.
Queglod, hold your
I can't
attacks
do-
until he disengages.
Oh yeah, he can disengage.
He can disengage and you can hold
Yeah.
actions. Alright, Queglod, it's your turn.
I wonder what I should do. I
What,
think
you should get
I'm
up
going to use
first.
my action
Yeah.
to. Yes, no, I am going to use a minor action to hex it. Strength again, I guess. If it
Okay.
tries to throw anyone else,
Other than you.
maybe. Yeah, other than me, of course, because that would not go well.
That would suck, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be painful. See what? Let's not group up so that it can't charge all of us at once.
Oh man, you guys are
I'll
learning.
head over to this corner.
I'm gonna go here. Sorry.
Is
Let
that
me
the
die,
terrified?
and then you guys take
Actually,
care.
no, I'm gonna go here, and then it's got.
A small exit.
I think that wall's not going to stop it.
Yeah, nor do I.
What? No, of course it will. It'll be fine.
Elsyan's
Small
not
wall
wrong.
first.
I mean, you will have cover, so that's something.
Yeah. Right,
From
text,
what?
and
a
then I'm
giant
gonna.
snake?
It's
I'm
not a
sort of-
snake, it's a centipede thing.
Right, I'm gonna squat behind this chest high wall.
Oh, yes,
And-
you're right. I do
Yeah,
apologize.
and use my action to.
Well, yeah, but that's our
Um,
chest. That's your.
Oh, this
that's
isn't
your-
this isn't chest high wall. This is like maybe 5 foot.
Oh,
Oh,
perfect.
it's taller than
That's
both of
that.
us.
It's tall.
Brilliant. That's It's way taller. I don't even need to squat.
That's
Um,
what, my
it-
chest height?
Queglod, I'm gonna have you do an insight check before you do anything else.
Okie dokie. May I ask why?
Yeah, you'll see.
Okay.
You notice that the antenna on it seem to twinge as you take steps, and they begin to like one motions in your general direction as the others seem to be monitoring who's moving where. Doesn't seem to see
Okay.
through normal means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Well, I
probably
wasn't
have
inclined
blinds.
to hide, just,
Yeah.
some distance on it.
Just thought I'd let you know.
Yep, that's fine. And so yeah, I'm gonna use my action to.
What is the technical term? Let me check my.
Eldritch
So
Blast.
ready, yes. So
Oh, to ready your action. What would you
Yeah,
like to
so-
ready?
uh,
And what is the trigger?
I'm going to ready Eldritch Blast, and the trigger is when,
As soon as Elsyan gets more than 5 feet away from this thing.
Okay. Also, it did succeed its attack, so the Ego Whip on it has faded. Just so you know. Alright, so. So you've readied your action, end of your turn. Behold, what are you doing?
Hello. I am running here.
So, what?
Ooh, when's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can move
Yeah,
up
sure.
one if you wanted to get in range. It's
No,
up to
no,
you.
no, 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 no. Wait, how would moving up give me advantage?
Well, no, I mean, no, I said if you're in range.
Oh, yeah, I'm in range.
Oh,
Right
yeah, you've
now.
got a reach of 10 feet, haven't you?
But, wait, so when is Elsyan's turn?
Next.
Oh, next. Okay. Sorry, Elsyan.
Don't worry, Elsyan has a plan.
Look, you could hold your action, you know.
It's a
Don't get both
very,
attacks, but
very
you could hold your
cowardly
action.
plan.
Will I get both of my attacks?
No, you'll only get one, but you can hold your action.
Ooh.
Nah, sorry, Elsyan. Bye bye.
Sorry, Elsyan.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. You swing your weapon through, and as you do, one of its antenna twigs straight to you, and you watch as it goes around. It grasps your greatsword, and as you do, you are locked in with it, where it grasps your greatsword. You cannot make a secondary attack, and it has you currently locked in place. So you are considered grappled for all intents and purposes,
On the plus side, Elsyan's fine.
unless it chooses to let go and attack him.
Yeah, that's true.
Quite frankly, Elsyan's just very good at pissing every creature that exists off. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got some.
So,
this thing's got some sort
That
of
ends your
personal-
turn, Behold. Elsyan, what are you going to do?
Well, I am going to use my Cloak of Minor Blur first before I move.
Now, remind me, Sasha, you have the description for that still, unless you passed it on.
I passed it on.
Okay, is it an action or a bonus action?
Dilla. I said on exact. I put exact. I just cast the second level
As a
spell
free
Blur.
action, no wait, it's for free.
It's
That
free.
was
Once
the
per
interesting
month.
part. That was the interesting part of it. It says for free.
It's
doesn't-
for free, but it says it should say as an action or as a bonus action.
It never
Nope.
said that.
What?
Yeah.
Let's,
Then
check,
that-
let's just check what the
Just
spell
check
is.
the spell. Just check the
Yeah.
spell.
Okay, past content, past treasures. Because
It says
I
what?
remember we had this issue before, and then I specified, and I told you to write it down. You probably didn't.
It's an action, I believe.
One action, yeah.
One action.
You won't be able to disengage if you turn it on.
Oh,
But you will be able to move.
Okay, Cloak of Blurring. As an action, you may cast the blur spell at second level for free once per day. This fades upon taking damage.
Right. I think I wrote that down in my notes, but I forgot to move it over to the actual thing.
Well, there you go.
But
Now you
I've
know.
got it.
Yeah, I did.
Let's put it on this. So,
I'm smart.
Yeah, so it's an action if you wish to use the Cloak of Minor Blurring.
without something from disengaging.
Disengage means
Also-
you take no damage, because you'll be able to just disengage out of the combat. If you use Blur, there's a chance he could attack you with the opportunity attack.
Also, one thing, because I've read the actual description for Blur, blind sight goes through it. So
Oh,
Oh, good job. Because
Well,
I just
that
put it
sucks.
casts the second level spell Blur. I have no idea. So, noted.
yeah, but that's what that does. That's why.
yeah, just
Blur's
either
Blur's
Oh,
one-
you know
nice
what, I'm
because
just gonna
the
disengage.
opportunity. Yeah, that's nice because disadvantage, but there are too many caveats to it. I think
Yeah.
it's a little unreliable at times.
Yeah, why do you think I wanted to get rid of it?
Poured it off onto Elsyan, you jammy bastard.
It
I
looks
mean,
nice,
it's
though.
better than nothing, but it's
Man,
it's
I'm
just
gonna disengage.
situational.
I'm going to disengage. Just,
Okay.
just
So, if your action you disengage, you may move freely.
2, 3, 4, 5,
You could have done that in 1, 2, 3. So
3. Just I'm hiding.
okay, and you peek around the corner if you ever want to cast your
And you say this is like a 5 foot high wall?
So you can
That
jump
sounds
to
like
see over it, or just about. peek
No,
over the
because
top.
I'm 6 foot.
Okay, so you can peek over the top of it, doing the whole neighbours thing. Okay.
Like
Elsyan has left the radius. Queglod, your thing triggers. Roll your attack.
Perfect. I do have Hex on it, so it's fine. Nope.
Nope. As you throw the Eldritch Blast, you whiff as Elsyan at first dashes one way, then does like a run the other way with his hands in the air.
Throws off my aim.
Throws off your aim, End of that.
Flailing his arms in the air as he sprints away, screaming.
Sasha.
Well, I mean, okay.
kill it with fire. Or whatever actually works against this.
Is here good? Is here good for sightlines?
Yeah.
I'm actually just gonna move a bit further back because I don't trust this thing.
Okay.
Alright. There you go.
Why are you moving away?
I'm very scared. That's why. And I'm firing
Thanks
a.
for helping me
I'm
getting
firing. Shut up! I'm firing guiding bolt at it.
Okay. Go ahead. Is that a dexterity check or is that just a?
Roll. I tried to grab those, but I just ended up grabbing the damn thing. Please, Atoran, let this hit.
Show me what you got.
Oh, come on!
That's what you get for rolling the dice near each other. No, as you throw the guiding bolt, it veers past, striking the wall behind, which proceeds to glow a little bit.
Well, you now have advantage on hitting that wall, so yay. It was worth the try, I guess.
You guess.
Thanks, Sasha.
Okay.
You're welcome. Also, I'm moving the thingamajigger 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
4. Just a little closer.
Okay. On its turn, it's going to try and trample across there. So 1. I'm just going to move the hex for now, just so it doesn't get in the way.
Yeah. Oh, how inconvenient that the pillar was
2.
destroyed.
Behold, you are unconvened by the trample because you are one size smaller, or you are one size smaller than it rather than 2. So you get to make a dexterity saving throw with advantage because of your stuff, because of your danger sense. Okay, what's the total?
That is +2, so 9.
9. Okay, you make it. No, you don't make it. That's 1 off. So you take 1d10 trample damage. You take 4 points of damage as it stomps over
What
you.
kind?
Bludgeoning, so half.
Okay, so half.
Then Arachne gets trampled over. She takes 5 points of bludgeoning damage, putting her down to
Where
9.
does he end up?
Huh?
Where will he end up?
He goes 1, 2, 3, 4. There, Arachne gets her attack of opportunity. So, with her attack of opportunity, she does not make it with advantage. This is a straight roll.
But question though, does it take half movement from going over the thing?
It would do, but it's okay. Attack whiffs, as it moves that. So it would be, what was it? It was there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it has 1 more movement. It's gonna go. Yeah, sure, why not? 6. Going after you, Sasha.
Will that provoke an opportunity?
Yep, that provokes an opportunity attack at its current location. Actually, no, you've got a reach of 10. Never mind. It's still within reach of you.
Yeah.
Okay, and ending its turn next to you. Hello.
Wait, who does he turn to?
He turns to Sasha because she tried to throw a
I'll
large
move that back on there.
flaming ball. Yep, thank you. That is a total of 22 to hit.
Okay, but hear me out here.
It
How
does 22 to
sense
hit.
the tremors?
Ow.
Yes, because it's just a ball of light.
It didn't need to. It can also
Wait,
see.
Oh god, I hate things that can see
It
as
has
well as...
60 feet of dark vision
That
and
makes
60
no
feet of tremor
evolutionary
sense.
sense.
Why not? It lives underground and it needs to, and it can burrow to the surface. Yeah, it has a burrow speed. I haven't used it yet because I haven't needed to. All right.
So lots of things can see and also see in the dark.
Yes.
Yeah, but not like tremor sense blind sight situation. You know, tend to only get those in the ocean.
You know what I want to know?
I mean,
Who the hell
echolocation is
does
not
Also moles. I will also give you moles, but only some of them can
Yeah,
see.
but this is basically a large mole with many legs and big teeth.
Yeah.
I hate you that
Like,
description of it.
echolocation is basically tremor sense, and is a form of blind sight.
I'll get. I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Who goes out and captures these things? I mean, seriously.
well, you know,
Crazy people.
this is kind of
Rangers with too much time.
now.
on their
You never actually asked, but this is Snag's pet.
What?
He rides.
What's this thing as a pet?
He rides this thing. They're
Oh,
giant
yeah,
pets.
giants.
Yeah, they're
They're
giant
giants.
pets. Okay, so you take
Sad.
16 points of piercing damage as it bites down into you, followed by
It's me.
yes, it's
Clarify.
you. 16
Alright.
points of piercing damage to Sasha, followed by 7 points of fire that is reduced down to 4. So there's a total of 20 points of damage dealt to you, Sasha.
Oh, I'm not got much health, guys. Not much health at all.
Please move away.
Well,
What?
that's if he can. Go disengage.
Hmm.
And that's going to end its turn. Back to the top of the round. Oh no, not to the round. Arachne.
Don't move it too close, I think.
No, Arachne's too wounded. I'm going to move Arachne over here because she has good speed. I'm going to keep her out of this so that...
Wait a second.
Hold on. She was there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... No, I'm just going to leave her there because that way she can opportunity attack if he tries to curve around this way towards you two. Which he might do. You never know. Depends on what you guys do.
I would love to disengage from this thing.
Malcolm's turn. He is going to... What can he do? He can heal up Arachne. He could hit it with a pan. What can he actually do?
Can he heal me?
He can. He can heal you from range, but it's not going to be that effective. He could touch heal, I guess. Put himself in the.
Please don't make him go in range.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No.
And then he's going to use Cure Wounds on you again at second level, using his last second level spell slot.
Right.
You heal by 20 hit points,
Oh,
and
thank
then
the
he is
sweet
going,
Lord.
and then he's just going to book it.
That's fair.
Okay, so 20 hit points on you. He runs past. He goes high five, smack, runs past. And you're
Doink.
healed.
Oh.
End of his turn. Queglod, it is your turn.
Oh, McGowan.
Okay. I probably don't have line of sight, so I'm just going to poke out. And do I want to fire on it? How are you doing? How are you doing, Harlan?
I'm at 22 now. I was at 2. On its turn, I'm going to disengage. So
On your turn, I assume.
On my turn, my turn. I'm going to disengage out, and
And
I
then
still
smack
have
it
my
with the spectral weapon.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, right, fine. So you're okay to take, what is it, 5 damage that you get? Yeah.
God, I hope so.
Does Sasha go before me or after me?
Sasha goes after you and after Elsyan as well.
Okay, Elsyan is fine,
I think you'll be taking 2 times fire damage. Or the...
and I'll be taking 3 because you attacked twice.
Yeah.
But you know what? Fuck it. Hit me. Hit me.
Go on. Okay. Yeah, let's just try and end this, I think.
If I die,
yeah.
I go out in glorious flames.
Yeah,
and
I'm
froth.
poking my head out to Eldritch Blast it.
Also, it's not like Queglod's actually going to hit it.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm trying to bother it.
What do you
try and
mean
get it
she's
to
not going to hit it? You never know that. Roll
Yeah,
your
I
attack.
want to make sure it can't focus on anyone
Okay.
too easily.
Roll your attack.
Just trying to annoy it, hit it around the side of the head.
That hits.
Oh, you were saying?
6
You've got a
plus
reverse
3, that is
psychology with
9,
that.
9
So
points of
that's
damage.
9 damage total. and it's
Okay,
resistant.
Sasha, you take... Nope, wrong dice. I need the smaller one. That one. Okay, that is
Oh, it
3
rolls
points of
for
cold,
that.
3 points of fire, so you take 3 points of cold total.
Nice. And I'm gonna back off.
Roar.
Okay.
Good work, Queglod.
Grrr. Oh, by the way, did we? Oh, that's Featherwing.
Yeah.
This thing
It's
still
Featherwing, by the
hacks
way.
with strength checks. Any-
Turan, if ever there's a time, now's it.
You want to make a D100 check?
God, yes. You know what? Yes, I really do.
Go for it.
Let's fucking do. We're gonna do this over here. Gonna set them very far away from each other so they can't interfere with each other.
You want low for this, right?
Give me a 0 or
No,
a
you don't
1.
want
One,
zeros
yeah.
because if you
Yeah,
get
I forgot what 0 was.
0 is 100. 3.
Ooh, it's a 3. That's got to be good.
That is enough.
That works, doesn't it?
Okay. That does work indeed. Because you don't actually have the Divine Intervention spell, it is going to be less than you would otherwise hope for. So you gain 12 temporary hit points.
Yay!
God.
Those will be immediately lost.
You're gonna be guys lost.
Well, you say that.
But you
But-
should still have like 18 HP, right?
I have 19 HP.
Oh, you're on 22. Okay. That's good.
Yes.
22. How does that
So
work
I'm now
out?
on 30. What?
How does that work out? You have 22. He has 19 HP and 12 temporary hit points.
No, I was 22
You had-
before.
Oh, you
and
had
then the
22.
attack.
Right.
I thought it was
Yeah.
21. That's why I said it.
Oh, okay. Right, I see. Oh, you
Yeah.
had 2 hit points after that bruising?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh man, that 3 damage really saved you, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did.
Alright. So,
Woohoo.
okay. So what would you like to do? I'm going to say that that was your bonus action to cry out to Rotura, and then,
That's fine.
just for action economy's sake. You still have your action. Oh no, it's not you. It was Behold. Yeah, Behold, go.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Still frenzied raged. You took damage, which if you hadn't done, your rage wouldn't have lasted.
Alright.
It would have faded last turn if you hadn't failed the dex save. Because you didn't deal damage. Oh, no, it's just if you have to attack, isn't it?
Yeah,
That
I
hits,
attacked
so that's
it.
5 plus 7, and it's immune to the cold damage, so there's no need to put the effect through.
So how
Actually,
much
no,
is that?
it could have the half speed. It could have the reduced speed. That is a 14, so it does fail. So its speed is reduced by what? 10?
Yeah, half.
Half speed? Okay, so its
Yeah.
speed is halved, and that took 5 plus 7, putting that down by 12.
How much damage am I taking
Come
now?
on.
I haven't dealt with that yet. Hold on. Second attack hits.
Yep, that's
11 plus
11
7 is
plus
18.
18.
So let me do this bit by bit. So it's 11, taking it down to that, going down by
the first one was 12.
Huh?
Oh,
11,
first attack was not.
removing 7, taking that down to that. No, taking it down to that. Can't do math. And then
Do you halve its speed even
no,
further?
he can't have its speed again. The effect.
Okay.
And
I assume
Sasha,
this thing doesn't have reach, right?
you can find out. Sasha, you take 3 points of cold damage. The fire's negated from that. And again, 3 points of cold damage. I'm rolling consistently on that dice.
Yeah,
Maybe I should use that
keep
D8.
doing that.
That's. I'm just gonna roll it again. Okay, that was a different one. I wonder if it's the way I'm rolling it. No, it seems to be fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, I must have just gotten lucky. Okay, you move away. It doesn't attack you.
Yeah.
It seems its biting attack doesn't have the same range as, say, a regular huge creature would. Okay. End of your turn, Behold. Elsyan.
Excellent.
By the way, keep in mind on Ego Whip, it is 30 feet now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you need to move closer. From there, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could hit it from here.
You know what?
You could run 15 feet in, hit it, and then run back again, couldn't you?
Yeah,
I
you can do
could.
that.
Yeah.
Or I could just sit here and do a 3-point hammer of inquisition.
Okay. Make the... Oh, it's intelligence saving throw on my part. That is 13 minus 3, which is 10.
Does not hit the DC.
Okay, so that's 3d10.
These miners have made such a fuss about it.
Nice, good damage. 18. As you do that, Sasha, you do not take the
Sudz,
frost damage
hello.
this time.
Sudz is her.
Yay!
Hey!
Alright, so that takes it down to 50. Nice.
Down to 56.
It's in double figures now.
Oh,
And it is looking wounded after that attack. And the frost does not breach outwards from it when you do that attack, as you thrust your spear forward. You sort of see as it recoils in pain as that happens. End of your turn, Elsyan. Sasha.
Right, disengage!
Alright, disengage and getting out of there.
What's the best place? Where can I get furthest away from it? I was like here, yes?
30
1,
feet.
2, 3, 4, 5. There. No, wait, can I cross there?
You can't go diagonally around that, no.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna go over here. And then our good old friend, spiritual weapon.
Alright, bonus attack from spiritual weapon, let's go.
Come on, you absolute beast. You've won us so many games in the past. By a Toran's blessed hammer, die. No, fuck you, you big scaly fucking invertebrate bug.
Hey,
Okay, I'll take that.
yeah, not bad. 8 plus 5, taking that to 13.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
I'll take it.
And you
I'll
watch as
take
the
it,
frost,
honestly.
and you watch as the frost grows outwards from it, covering the ground, but otherwise not doing any damage because no one's in the area. Okay. Okay. Now that it is its turn, you watch as now that it has been badly damaged and wounded, it looks out. And you watch as its underside goes this deep shade of red. Now its exoskeleton beginning to change in form. It is going to trample run over here.
Of course it does.
Oh, move speed halved. It was there, right?
No, it's a bit to the left.
Yeah, but to the left.
One more to the left.
One
over.
over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Sasha was there. So
Yeah.
Also, the last thing to attack it was my spiritual weapon. I hope. No. Yes.
it was, but other people have done way more damage than that.
Oh God.
1, 2,
It can just
3. It can't end on someone's tile, so it has to go there. Actually, no, it's going to go there, so that it's in range of both Arachne and...
Gonna break the wall.
its size. It can just sort of
It climbs over the wall, yeah,
without
easily enough.
To the extent that it doesn't break its charge, I assume.
Hmm?
To the extent that it doesn't break its rampage, I assume.
Well, it doesn't need to.
It's
It
not
doesn't
gonna,
get
like-
to trample because
yeah.
it can't hit anyone, so it doesn't matter.
What I'm saying is it like tall enough to just walk over it, or is it having to like stop, climb over, and then run again?
Oh, it's like partially leaning on it, and you watch as bits of it crack under the weight of it, but it's not fully like just being broken, falling apart.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, never mind.
It's now going to take a swing at Sudz because Sudz is the closest creature at this point.
Bye, Sudz. Nice knowing you.
Yeah. You didn't apply disadvantage, did you, Elsyan?
He didn't.
No,
You didn't,
No, I
did
didn't.
you?
nope. I decided to try.
I may or may not have just rolled a natural 20.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I've got to roll 60 10s.
No, you don't.
Yeesh.
You don't have to do anything of the sort.
Okay.
And it was
Infernal,
6
you're good at
10s.
math.
Yes.
Keep a track of my numbers for me. 9, 8, and 6.
Because you could just use like an online
Okay.
thing.
I could, but that requires me to open another tab. 9, 8, and 6. 1, 6, and 7. So what are the numbers?
That is a total of 28, 37 damage.
37 damage. Okay.
No, 47.
It was 986, 617, right?
Yes, it's 37.
Okay.
Unless I can't do math that badly.
Plus 6 plus 6 plus 1 plus 7.
No, you're
37.
correct. I lost.
It is
I added
it is
a 10 there.
37 points of damage, followed up by that is 10 points of fire damage. As he takes 47 points of damage, you were right, in a weird way. 47 points of fire damage. It doesn't exceed his maximum health. It got close, but it didn't manage it. However, Sudz is definitely on the ground with that attack as you watch as he bites into him. Actually, now he gets to make a strength check with disadvantage to fling him across the arena. He does take one failed death save, but you know, these things happen. Okay, end of its turn. Arachne's gonna go. Oh, Arachne gets. Is Arachne gonna opportunity attack here? She has Sentinel, so she can, but she's on 9 hit points.
Yes.
She is.
Yes, she is.
All right. Alright, attack from Arachne.
Wait. If Arachne dies, is Arachne gonna get rezzed?
Yeah, she gets rest.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that does hit for the first time, so that is 9 points of piercing damage.
Is his move speed halved for his next turn, or stopped for his next turn, or what?
Its movement speed becomes 0, that's all it says.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because its move speed is currently 0 anyway, so...
No, but I mean on his next turn, where is it gonna come
No,
back?
not on his next turn. Okay, so that takes him to that many hit points, and he makes a Constitution saving throw. That's with a +9, so that's 24. Oh no, +7, so it's 22. That's its strength save. And so then he does 1d8 to everything around him. Oh no, I'm giving the numbers away. Arachne takes 8 points of damage from that, knocking her down to 1 hit point. Okay, it is now Arachne's turn. Is she going to disengage and move, or is she going to attack? If she attacks, she dies.
She's gonna disengage.
Okay, disengage and move. Where would you like to go?
Yeah, how much? Yeah.
It doesn't help that if you look at it from a distance, this thing looks both like a cobra and an angel of death coming to murder us all.
Yes, it does, from all directions, with the except that's why you're all hiding behind walls.
I like walls. Walls are our friends.
First time you've actually been using the walls to your advantage, and now they're actually working out for you.
Yeah.
I like
Not because
walls.
this thing has problems with walls, but because you're now spread out enough that it can't trample you. She can disengage, so she won't take any attacks of opportunity. She has 40 speed, so she can literally just run over to Elsyan and hug him.
Yes,
Unless
go
I
hug
come
Elsyan.
into the play.
Why don't you say that, Chris?
There we go. Attention has been drawn to Elsyan. I mean, what? Fine.
Don't get me killed, Sudz.
Again.
Again. I like being alive. I've done well.
Okay, so Sudz, or Malcom, it is now your turn, so I'd like you to roll a d20 for the death saving throw, please. You failed one because you were thrown. That is a 6, that's one more failure. You aren't dead yet. Oh no, you automatically stabilize because of your periapt. Or have you already...
yeah, that's right.
Or does that only occur once a day? Because I think that happened last session, I believe.
Did not happen last session.
Okay, well, so it doesn't have. It didn't happen. So you are stabilized, but you are not conscious. You need a hit point to become conscious. So you're just on 0 hit points, which means that when it deals damage to you, it will knock you back down into death savings. Queglod.
Does that mean I have the failure?
That means you don't have either of the failures. No. Actually, no. You'd have one failure because you were thrown, then you stabilize. So you'd have one failure, not 2.
Me?
Yes, Queglod indeed.
What you said? I couldn't tell what you said.
So
Like
because it bit you, picked you up and threw you, You hit 0 hit points, then you hit the ground, and then you stabilize. So you have 1 death saving throw because of the additional damage on its turn, but that's it. You're stabilized now. Short rests get rid of death saving throws in this one. Okay, so Queglod.
Okay, I can't obviously shoot it from where I am, so I'm going to use 10 feet to poke out and Eldritch Blast again, since no one's in range.
Alright, Mordaka, go.
Mordaka, yes. I am becoming...
Sam did not reply. I'm disappointed in you. Probably because he's muted, so he missed an opportunity.
That's an 18?
I asked that.
Does hit.
Ooh.
That is 8 plus 3, that's
yeah.
11 points of damage. Nice! And nobody's in
Okay.
range, I don't think.
No.
Nope.
Okay, this
And
thing is
then I
looking
have 20
really
more
beat
feet.
up.
Because of... Thank you, Ring of Speed.
You can actually move now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if I had the Ring of Speed, I'd be able to heal up Sudz.
Do you not
If
have
I
healing
had the
words?
ring of speed, I could have ran in, attacked
Do you
him, and
want
ran
me to
away.
sprint over and give it to you?
Could you physically reach me?
Sasha, catch!
Well, from where I started, maybe.
Does
Ah.
that one scene from Lord of the Rings where he
Almost,
just...
yeah.
Sorry,
Where he
sorry.
just
Can we
puts up his
wreck on this
finger?
just to see if Queglod could in fact reach me?
From here, I could have gone, what, 1,
1, 2,
2,
1...
3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. I could have tried to throw it to you then.
No,
Yeah.
God, that's a horrible idea.
Yeah,
Or
no,
you
I
could have
didn't. That's
baton
one
passed it
mistake.
on, and then you could have put it on and gained the 10 feet movement speed as you went. It would take your bonus action to equip, but it's possible.
It would also have left
Nah.
me stuck here.
Yes.
So-
It would have also done
I'm much
that.
happier being here, I'm going to say.
Don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
wait.
I mean, this
um,
thing is colossal,
hmm?
so you can. You
Hold
can
on a sec. What did you say, Malcolm?
I couldn't be able to talk because I was lagging really bad when I got hit.
Okay.
Did I already use Hellish Rebuke?
No, but if you did, it would do
No.
0 damage because it's immune to fire damage. Which is why I haven't used it, by the way. Because I assumed your character picked up the fact that it's immune to cold and fire damage. Straight up. That's why I haven't used it yet. So you still have it, just in case. He says. Alright. So, Bhold, it's now your turn.
Hello. Right, so 1, 2.
Oh, it's... you still move 1 tile at a time.
Yeah, I know.
So it'll be 1,
1,
2,
2,
yeah,
3,
4,
4, 5, 6, dash, 7,
8,
8,
9.
9.
Now, I am going to quickly stop you there. You can make your roll and we'll take it if you can attack, and we'll discard it if you can't. I'm not sure if, with Frenzied Rage, if that means you could make the attack roll unless you used your attack action to attack with Frenzied Rage. This is something I am
think
not...
it said, I'm gonna check right now, but I think it says you can attack.
I'm not sure, which is why I'm also checking. If you...
Frenzied Rage.
The duration
Can
equals-
attack on bonus action.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if that happens. Okay, so you go to make the swing. Swings wide as you swing.
Oh,
the...
you took that roll. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Because I just alt tab, I didn't even finish roll.
Oh.
That's fine.
Well, it span and it dropped to the ground. It didn't stop, so I'm taking it. As it spin, as you go in for the swing, you swing wide as it brings its tail up to clash against your sword, which it seems to be a little bit more in tune to, with regard to its frosted capacity. Elsyan, your turn.
I still had 2 movement, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not muted. I thought I was muted. I was not.
I was there, so...
Okay then, right. Let me get away from Arachne. I don't trust that spider.
1, 2. Yeah, that's fine. I don't trust the spider.
Right, okay, just let me figure this out. 'Cause
You, please.
Runs away from Elsyan, gets a hit by Sentinel, can't move any further. Stop running from me.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect, yes I can. I'm gonna ego whip this guy.
Oh no! Intelligence saving throw! Natural 4! That's a 1. Do 3d10 damage.
3d10 or 3d8?
Oh, 3DN. Hey, sorry, I'm thinking of hammering Anquisition. That'll do.
Angstquisition.
Angstquisition. Yes.
That's actually how it does damage.
It angsts people.
Ugh.
11 points of psychic damage. Okay. Doesn't spew.
Yes.
And it
Doesn't spew
rains
the frost
bolts
out.
and falls out of tears.
Nope. No, but it does have disadvantage on the first attack of each of its turns, and it only has one attack, so it's disadvantage. Eh.
And now I move back behind the other wall.
Alright, Sasha, it is your turn. If you can't heal Malcom,
I can't reach him.
it will get to attack with regular, not with disadvantage because he's prone.
Don't worry, I know.
Even if it does,
1,
even
2,
if it does,
It's gonna go for Malcolm, not me.
actually, no, that's a good
I'm
point.
dead.
You attacked it last, so it will
I
go
get
for
it.
him. Yeah. Oh no, you attempted to swing at it, so I'll roll a d20 and you guys can decide. Okay, attack of opportunity, go. Or a bonus attack, rather.
Oh, what?
Attacking, go.
Okay, sorry, I was about. You said attack of opportunity, I got very confused.
No, I just meant attack.
Come on, you holy blade of holiness.
I did stupid.
Turan luck. Please kill this fucker, please. I'm very scared.
You go, your
Okay.
your spiritual weapon of your hammer swings through, missing wide as you graze the outside of this thing.
Well, in that case, I cast Toll the Dead on it.
What's that?
Oh wait, no, fuck, I don't do that because that's a very bad idea.
Why?
Yes,
Why don't you
I'm-
want to do a Constitution saving throw? It's only got a +7.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fine. I'm going up to it and I'm hitting it.
Go on then.
Do you wanna die?
Are you converting any of
If
it
I-
to fire damage?
None of it. No, God, I've seen this thing with the ice and doing the fire damage. I know already.
Nope.
No.
Your attack misses
Well,
as
it
you
doesn't
hit
hit,
against
so I.
as you hit against the outside of it. You attacked it in melee. You take fire damage. You take 10 points of fire, reduced to 7.
So even if it doesn't hit,
If you make an attack in melee or perform a touch, or if you perform a touch action against it, you take fire damage. If it takes damage, in all creatures within melee or 5 feet take damage.
Right.
So it has actions against both sides of the board.
There goes all my temporary health.
Well, that's the end of your turn, so it's going to turn around and strike you, Sasha.
Take me.
It has disadvantage on the attacks because of Lord Elsyan.
Mhm.
Oh, that's cocked. I want it though. It's a natural 20. It's a 13 and something.
It's
Right.
It's cocked.
It's 9 plus 9, which is 18. Does that hit?
18 doesn't hit.
Your AC's 19?
My AC is 19.
Okay. It goes to bite in, and you watch as it twinges with the pain of its mind, and as the bite comes in, you bring your shield up enough, you jam your shield in between its mouth, and it can't bite down on you. You can hear the sound of it as it's bending the metal on the outsides. The sheer strength of it is breaking in with it. But as you watch a single spectral purple and black crow swirl by on the outside of it, and its strength is not enough to break through your shield with this attack. Alright, you are, for all intents and purposes, you are grappled because it has bitten down on you.
Okay, but hear me out here. Only my shield arm is grappled.
Okay.
Bang, bang, bang.
It is Arachne's turn. However, Arachne still has 1 hit point.
Bloodshot.
Alright, what's that? Is that an attack roll? Is that a saving throw?
It's
or-
an attack roll.
Alright.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, you've never seen her use Bloodshot before. Go ahead.
Work.
That hits.
+5. Yeah.
What does it do again? I forget what Bloodshot does. I gave it to you, you never use it.
1d4
1d4 piercing.
piercing.
Alright, do a d4 piercing damage then.
Fuck me up.
it's not a melee attack, I think.
No, it's a ranged
It's
attack.
a ranged attack as you watch as Arachne shoots this thin web of red,
Please
thread
tell
of
me
red,
that kills it.
which streaks through and winds around the back portions of it. You watch as it curls around the main chitin, and as it's pulled back, it tears through, blood spewing in a few different directions, hitting you, Sasha, for... Where's my d8 gone? There it is. 8 points of damage, 4 of which is cold, 4 of which is fire, so you take 5 total from that.
Yay!
And it takes 3 points of damage. It's not dead, but it's badly wounded, and it is now bleeding, which means it can't gain temporary hit points.
It was gaining temporary hit points?
You have no idea.
Oh.
In short, no, it
that's
wasn't,
what I'm
but no. It wasn't, it's just what bleeding does. Alright, so, end of Arachne's turn. Malcolm, you're unconscious. You're having a nice snooze on the ground. There's this big, scary thing nearby, but it's fine. You've got the warm, comforting heat from the torch that has been broken off, and the sounds of battle and cheering as nobody seems to care.
What's the deal with Featherwing?
Oh, Featherwing's currently surveying the situation, because Featherwing will get one shot by this thing. So I had Featherwing survey the situation and watch it from afar. If you want Featherwing to do something, you can have Featherwing do something.
The question is, do I want Featherwing to do something?
You do. It will take 10.
Featherwing have
It will take
range?
10 GP of charcoal or incense. Just remember that.
I have that.
I know you do, but I am just saying that it will take some of it.
I want Featherwing to apply a healing potion.
Okay, you know what? I will allow this. Give me a dexterity check for Featherwing. I'm going to say with advantage because you've trained Featherwing to use a pen.
Oh, I love
Yes.
this bullshit.
Okay,
No.
it's a little sloppy, but she manages it. You heal. Oh wait, no, you don't have any healing potions. I used your last one on
Oh.
thingy.
Do I
Okay.
not?
Do you have any in
healing
the bag of holding? If you do, then I'll allow it.
I
believe
let
you
me
do.
check real quick. Yes, I have healing.
You have 1 in the bag of holding. Okay, so knock
I
that.
have 1.
Knock that down to 0. You heal exactly 5 points of health as Featherwing flies over, dives into your bag of holding. A few moments later, a few of the crowd have noticed this, and Featherwing pops out and pops a healing potion in your mouth, and you stand back up. You are now conscious again. This thing is horribly wounded, and you can see it.
Okay.
You are currently prone, so it will take half your movement to get back up.
Yes, I'm just trying to see if I can do anything to this.
I don't think any of your attacks actually can do damage to it.
Shillelagh.
No. because
Shillelagh,
I'm either-
run up, whack. Ugh.
Wait.
Oh,
Do
I'm
you
done
have
again.
any first level spell slots left?
Yeah, 2.
Yes.
Entangle this bitch.
Uh,
That's literally all. That's literally all.
it
I
is
can
a
think of
large
you can
creature,
do.
so it will gain advantage on the saving throw, I believe.
Oh god. There's nothing you can do. Can you transfer your spell power to me?
You can healing word. You could cure wounds yourself if you wanted to.
Could you heal? Could you cure wounds me?
No, it's a touch skill.
You can't reach it.
You could heal the creature. You could run up to it and use cure wounds on it.
I like you. I want you to be my friend.
Oh, my hand! Goes onto the ground, clutching his hand, burning. Just goes unconscious again.
Okay.
Well, this might not work, but I'm gonna try it anyways.
Uh-oh. You've used your bonus
Don't
action
heal
for
the damn
Featherwing, by the
thing.
way.
I wasn't gonna heal it. How bad does this thing look?
It's on the
remember,
end of its days. Do keep in mind you
It's
can't
immune
use
to
Shillelagh.
ice and fire.
I know it's immune to ice and fire. That's the only type of spell damage I can do.
No. Sorry.
For now.
I'm so
For
sorry.
now, yes.
If you may notice, I have already added your favourite spell in the
Oh.
for the next day.
Oh. Poison spray!
Wait, do you still have
I
that
have
prepared?
poison spray!
Oh, you
I
do still have that prepared! Oh no, it's a Constitution saving throw. If it fails this, it might die.
That's the only thing I got.
Oh no.
Alright, Constitution saving throw.
Has to be a nat one, honestly.
It's an 18 total.
Oh, God,
Unfortunately, unfortunately that doesn't succeed as you throw the poison out. It's not quite enough. It just bit of confetti in the air. It looks nice,
That's the only thing I got.
and nothing more. Alright, Queglod, your turn.
Okay.
Kill it.
Yes.
Let it burn.
Let Bhold have his glory.
Behold runs
No
up and
glory
hugs
to
it.
Behold.
Animal
Yeah.
handling. It dies instantly. Alright, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm
just sort of
also a
like,
giant. Be my best.
sort of like, just like pouring, like dark purplish energy from my staff into my hand, sort of coalesce it into a solid dart and hurl the Eldritch Blast at it. Try and just skewer this thing.
Go ahead. Make your attack roll.
Just
By
go
the
down.
DM's power,
Just
you will
die.
hit.
Oh,
God.
Oh,
Then
no.
you bastard. You ruined it.
Okay. Malcolm, I'm going to give this to you.
Uh-oh.
This can either fly past and hit Sasha, or veer off and hit Behold.
Okay, which one looks better?
Okay, what are our my health is 13 currently, and I'm right next to this thing.
I have 16.
Okay. Queglod, make
Uh,
another attack roll, please.
Behold.
Oh, okay. Not with Hex.
Not with Hex, no. Okay, no. As you fire off, it veers round, and Behold, you see it coming. You stare it in the face,
Whoosh.
and then it just whoosh straight past. It trims off that tiny bit of beard hair that was growing from your beard potion. And just shakes it off.
Love it.
All right,
Save the big thing. Kill the big thing.
Behold, it's your turn. You're in it.
I go into an even harder rage now.
Your beard.
Take it out.
Fucking
Take it down.
kill it.
Give me an attack.
Don't make me do
You're
it.
gonna reckless. I lost my beard.
I lost my beard.
Oh, that hits.
How would you
The
like
16?
to How would you like to dissect it?
Oh.
I
Leg
think
I will
what you have-
dissect the head first, and then cut it in half, then grind all of those little legs off.
Oh God. Sweet Jesus.
Slicing off its head and going down the middle, you take. You
I
take
don't care how much I take.
7 points of fire damage. Sasha, you take 6 points, 3 of which is cold, 3 is fire, so 3 points of cold damage. As you slice into it, you just carve through it, piece by piece. You chop off small portions of it until finally it is dead once and for all. The crowd is stunned. Shortly after, some medics come out and they resurrect it. Snag comes out and puts a large shackle on it and drags it away.
So, Sasha just slowly raises the shield, raises the hammer. Dun, dun, dun.
There's a large shout from the crowd as you succeed.
Hold is rubbing where that little beard was.
It's as smooth as a baby's bottom. There's no hair there anymore.
We just.
Queglod, you see a single tear roll down Behold's cheek,
I'm so
passing
sorry.
by the shaved
We'll get
portion.
you more beer tonic. I promise.
And they did it! The final round is won! And you watch as some individuals come out, they tend to your wounds a bit and they take you in. Everyone heal 5 hit points as they tend to your wounds.
And Behold's rage passes out.
Yeah.
And he just drops to the floor.
Yeah, you drop to the floor on both of your knees and you like fall asleep in the center of the room.
I'm gonna use my last hit die because
Yeah,
you know
go for it.
I'm gonna
might
use
as well
both
at
of
this
mine.
point.
I don't have any.
And finally, the final match. One of the ones
They're saying
you've
they have to
all
carry
been
me out.
waiting for. The Operand Rovers! And you watch as they all walk out and they all prepare themselves. The Dwarf Bard there ready with her loot. The 2 barbarians preparing themselves. The monk getting a little bit drunk yet again. And the ranger with her dual crossbows preparing. And the
No
gate,
offense, but I kind of hope they lose because it's much cooler for us.
and
if
the
they
gate opens up. and you see a large white figure. White skin, a singular red eye in the center of its head as it walks out wielding 4 large longswords as it walks towards the individuals. As this happens, you watch as the monk drops his tankard. You watch as the bard stops playing. You watch as the ranger slacks her arms a little bit as it walks towards them all. And it goes for 2 very quick cleaving swings into the orc. She blocks, moving about on the side, goes for a swing as it takes a simple step back as the attack goes straight past, swinging in with 2 more strikes, knocking the axe out of her hand before going in with the other 2 arms, striking at her main torso, slicing them clean open. As this happens, you watch as the male barbarian, one of Tyr's zealots, raises his sword in the air with a large battle cry, and all of them pick themselves up, running forward, going in for the strikes as best they can. Gambiro dodges quite a few of the attacks, taking a few on the hind leg, on the back of its legs, on its back, hitting into the spikes. As each strike comes in, it seems to trade 1 blow for 4 each time, landing more and more successful hits, its eye darting about, following each of their every moves. Elsyan, while this is all going on, you feel a very strong psionic presence from this. This one seems to be the same one that was with you when Regan and Aleuir were in the office together when you came back from from killing the pyromancer.
Oh yes, I remember that one. We had a bit of a chat, I think.
Seems to go through a series of very quick, very powerful strikes, striking against these individuals. One after another, the 2 barbarians both go down, and you watch as the rest of them are all left there. The monk tries his best to fend them off, but the dwarf is cut down as the monk is simply stepped over before a back strike swinging in from behind strikes the monk in the main, the halfling in the main chest, going straight through and poking out the front. As he's drawn to one side, the ranger unleashes a full round of crossbows before stopping and having to reload. And as this happens, the Ambiro comes over and with 4 very quickly placed longswords cleaves straight into her and pushes her to the ground. They are out. And with that, the fight is over! We have 2 winners on this day's tournament. The Mountain Crushers and the Dawn Seekers. And as this happens, there's a large cheer from everybody. And as this happens, you're all brought out, you're all tending to your wounds as best you can and preparing yourselves. The Mountain Crushers are all pulling themselves out.
Sasha's like got the shield up.
I'm resting on Sasha, by the way.
The beetle chitin. You're resting on Sasha. You're
Yes.
The beetle chitin human with his scorpion tail pulls his hood and cloak back up, kind of hiding all of his features once again. The dwarf preparing himself, with his weapon out, and they all go to the middle and they all raise their weapons, and there's a large cheer from the crowd around before the commentator and one other individual comes down and he says, "Well done, you fought well. Now, a prize for each of you. 750 gold for completing all 3 of your fights for the entire team. Congratulations. Hopefully we'll see you here again, maybe next year or in the future. And remember, if any of you wish to prepare yourselves for a fight in the arena, simply speak to any of our individuals within the chapel. Good night!" And there's this large cheer, and as they all leave, you hear the roars of other creatures as other individuals are brought in to take their turns in more fights. You're all brought to the waiting room. You're all calmed down, and you're all resting once again. A little bit more relaxed now after all the fighting has finished.
Yes.
Well, that went quite well, I think.
Could have
Oh,
gone better.
it's
Could have gone
very
worse.
well, I can't move.
All right. Malcom, I believe we were going to have a little. We're going to take you down to the forge, weren't I?
So we get 750 each?
Yeah.
No, 750 for total party.
Into the party fund. Into the party fund.
750.
750 gold straight into the party fund. Unless anybody wishes to take theirs out. It's 150 each if you wanted to split it.
Nah, just put it in there.
Can I have like 50 of mine?
Yeah, go for it.
Actually, wait, how much gold do I have? Oh, I'm gonna take a bit out. I'm gonna take like
That's about
200-ish out.
No, you have 150
sorry.
winnings split between you guys.
Well, yeah, sure. I'll take that one.
Okay.
I want to go to the bathhouse and to my favorite place.
You go to show me your special place.
I guess you know where that is.
I do.
Yeah.
Well,
Mr.
Well, the bathhouse would come out of the party fund, and it's not that much.
Yeah, but the other places.
Yeah, so now, will you allow it, Malcolm? Yes or no?
Well, I just...
Yeah. Let's have a council hearing here.
I need to rest it. I'm too tired.
To order. Will Infernal be allowed to go to his special place?
Well, what's this
Yeah, well-
special place, Bhold?
It's a serpent place. They
A
make
serpent.
very good
Sort of.
massage.
Oh,
sort of
Queglod,
right.
you recognize this?
Yes. Yeah.
Can I
Was
do
I
like an
aware that
inside
Behold had been there
check?
before?
Yes,
You
you
wanna
were,
join
but
me?
you were aware of that.
Okay.
Can I insight as to the type of massage place it is?
Yeah, sure.
I could tell you what it is.
Okay.
Malcolm knows. You wanna
I
join
can
the
tell you
game?
what it is. It's the place
Yes,
where
I think-
Behold can count the 5.
It's...
What?
Oh.
he's not wrong. The massages are that good, and it's a nice spa house, and if he wishes to pay for extra in extra massages, he can.
To be quite fair, it'd probably be good for our characters if they get a massage after fighting like this. Like just general health wise, it's probably a smart idea. Let's face it.
Well, I don't like it. I reckon he's getting his jollies off.
Don't you want to get your jollies
That's
off,
not
Sasha?
That's not what you should be
Please.
worried
It's
about.
not that kind of place.
I've heard about these city massage parlors. Don't think I haven't.
You're obviously hearing the
I
wrong
know
part of
what
it.
they do with the hammer and nail.
Well, if you don't want to go, Sasha, you don't.
No,
have to.
sorry, the nail and screw. There we go.
If you'd rather go straight home, you're well within your rights to do so.
Oh no, I'm dragging Malcolm along with me to the forge. You already agreed to it. You're not backing out of this now.
Okay.
Okay, so what's going on here then?
I'm going to the bathhouse.
Okay, so you're straight up leaving. You're heading straight for the bathhouse. Okay.
Yes.
I want
Um,
to find the elven individual.
Okay. They're leaving at about the same time as you. Behold just bolts. He takes some money and he just leaves.
Well, that happened.
By the way,
Oh, well.
Behold, you are huge walking through the city. You get to the bathhouse, you duck down, and she gives you one for large, and you stay in there, and at the end of it, you shrink. You don't get to get your jollies on with big Behold.
Oh, it's fine.
Big hole.
They're already big enough.
Oh.
Big little Behold.
Big little.
Alright, so. With that taken care of, so you're
Wait,
going.
shit! Did none of us actually die, or was Elsyan the only one that?
Elsyan's the only one who
Shut
died
up.
in the first round, which
Yeah.
means that I now know that using smaller creatures against you is better. Which is better for your part, because that means you aren't just going to be fighting stupidly high creatures. Anyway. So, with you in the bathhouse, Queglod, Elsyan, Sasha, and Malcom. Malcom, you were going to go and speak to the Elvish Druid from Mountain Crushers.
Yes. Before I left
I'm
Sasha.
following along until we head to the forge.
So, you proceed to head through, and they're there, and you see the human individual go, "Ah, you did well, friends. We're a bit beat up ourselves, but you did well, you fought well, and you succeeded. It's good to hear."
Same to you. Some interesting fights we had to go through.
Indeed.
What did they fight last and second? I wasn't
Um,
here for that.
Wasn't it
they
no,
fought
it
in
wasn't.
the second one. They fought a Hydra,
Oh.
a hate-headed Hydra, which attacked them. And they proceeded to do relatively well. None of them got too injured. And in the final form, they fought a large frog-like creature.
Did we
Frog,
catch
like,
a name
creep-
for it?
A frog-emoth. Let's just go with that.
I saw it, right?
Yeah, you saw it. That thing, you know roughly what it is. You've seen these kinds of things being kept in the barren lands on occasion. They're usually kept in more of the humid territory, humid kind of regions. Frog-emoths are very big creatures, generally going from 22 to 25 feet. They can swallow people whole, which it did twice before getting its tongue caught in some bowlers and torn off.
Oh god.
And yeah, it did quite a lot of damage to them. You can see there's before what you saw, there was a large bite mark, and there were a series of damage across the chitin humanoid individual.
Yes. The froggy myth. I've seen them a few times in the Barren Lands where I come from.
Oh, you come from the Barren Lands. I guess that makes sense. You're a tiefling. Excuse my stereotyping. But you don't see that many in Adamanthia.
That is true.
Tell us, we've heard that apparently they keep all kinds of creatures there. Large creatures, and they use them for, like, war and stuff.
Yes, that is true. They do use them for war. Mostly for the orc raiders that attack.
I see. Is there anything you wanted? Like, do you want to talk further about our fights? I mean, you did well versus yours. You did well versus that Remorhaz, I think it was called. It was huge. It seemed to do quite a bit to you in particular during that. You went down once or twice.
Yes, that thing did pack a wallop, but I mostly just came to talk to your druid friend here. I was quite interested in speaking with another druid. I don't see very many.
She does perk up a bit at that, and she is paying attention. Alright, so at this
I
point,
am just
Sasha,
sort of tagging.
yeah,
Hello.
it's at this point, Sasha, that the old dwarf walks over and goes, "Well, you did well in there in the fight, I will admit. But
Well, you did fantastically yourself.
yeah, indeed.
Gotta get my hands on at least the basic principles behind that weapon of yours, because that is a fantastic thing.
If you're looking for this sort of thing, you're going to want to head to the Dwarven cities.
Dwarven cities, I know.
Magma Reach, and Relical. They're generally the two that you'll want to head to. But
Excellent.
I believe it gets forged in Magma Reach, but they get sent from Relical. So Relical's where they'll sell them, if you are interested. If you're looking for the blueprints, you're probably going to want to speak to some of the higher ups. There are some individuals I've heard there. I believe it was Davius Darktongue, I think it was, who's the main maker of these things.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I'm writing that in my notes. I'm going to need you to repeat that name in a second.
Okay. Davius Darktongue. Darktongue family, you remember, is Duragar. And they tend to trade dirty. That's what you remember of them.
Okay, running by that again.
Davius Darktongue. D-A-V-I-O-S. I-O-S, sorry. Followed by Darktongue, which I assume you can spell on your own.
If it's spelled the same as normal and not with any weird Q's or anything.
No, there's like 15 Q's in there somewhere. No, it's fine.
Tonk.
You got to really hit the end there. No, it's spelled the way you think it is. But yes,
But
I
with
believe
like
he is
7
the one
V's on the
to
front,
speak
right?
to. Yeah, of course. No, that's in the centre with Davius. You know, it's fine.
All these.
And like the 5 silent Qs that are in there. It's fine.
Don't forget about the silent J.
Yep. Yeah, there's one right in there somewhere. But yeah. So he's who you want to talk to. I know he calls them dragon axes. They pack a punch. They've been made to fight against some of the smaller dragons. They're mainly what the
Really
higher
now?
courts end up using. Yeah. Some of the like royal guards in Magma Reach, that sort of thing, protect the king with this sort of thing. They pack a wallop and
Right.
they generally do quite a bit to an unsuspecting dragon if they're not watching out. We obviously can't necessarily use these against fire dragons, them being more immune to fire, you know.
Mm.
But I've heard you can get, if you're able to make them, if you do get round to that, I would recommend you make a few. They'll probably have it be that you give up something in return for it. Probably your
I
right
can
to
have-
sell them. They
Yes,
usually
that's
do
fair.
that. They
Um,
they don't mind giving out the recipe so long as you're willing to pay a lot for it and you don't end up selling or making any more. And if they do, they'll hunt you and kill you. That's what duck tongues
no,
do.
I'm aware. Now is it a chemical reaction that causes that explosion, or is it a magical reaction?
It's a bit of both. We use a bit of the old-fashioned dwarven black powder stuff they mainly use in the smoke bombs that they make.
And clearing out mines and quarries, yes.
Yeah, someone weaponized it a bit more. We haven't really had many good successful tests with that. We're more used to using the dwarven clockwork and mixing that with more gnomish technology. But with the recent additions to understanding a little bit more about the arcane, we've managed to mix the two, forging something out of black powder with a mix of arcanium. Doing so, you can add a little bit of fire magic in there, and you can have it self-ignite upon a trigger. Doing so allows you to make a controlled explosion. It's hard to make, and it's near impossible for the most part, unless you're skilled enough to do it. But
I have a friend who could definitely help with that. I might be able to actually improve upon the design given time.
And obviously, if you can do that, then great. Most of the time they make them in heavier weapons, though. I notice you use lighter weapons. They use them in heavier weapons because that way you got 2 hands on it. If you got 1 hand, often your hand will be either flung off or your weapon will fly out of your hand.
But two-handing a warhammer would work, yes?
Yes, it would work, but obviously you'd need that free hand to do something. And with a shield, that's a little bit hard to do, unless you get one of the smaller ones that just attaches to your arm.
Yes, I was
like a
considering
buckler
that.
or something like that. But yeah, all the same, these are nice powerful weapons. I've got another 15 cartridges to go through, made of fire and that sort. They have more in fire enchantments on them. You can mix a few of them with a little bit of custom enchantment. They're a bit pricey though. I mean, the X itself was about 25,000 GP on its own. Cartridges are about 1,200 each. I got one special cartridge, which is this one. It's a silver cartridge, and you see that the cartridge itself is probably the better part of half a foot long. It's just this completely round cylinder with what looks to be 2 holes on either end, with like small coverings that looks like it's been welded onto the front of it.
Right.
With this, the silver covering has a little bit more of, it's better at killing things such as like werewolves and vampires. The silver has some kind of effect on them. So we've been using, and we've been hunting some of those things recently, so. Yeah, but this thing is about 3,000, so. Packed a punch, but I thought it was worth it to use it in here, give it a little bit of a showcase. It's part of my agreement,
Yes,
so. Hey.
Might get a bit more business for Dark Tongue.
And that is exactly what my agreement was. That's why I got a discount. Got 50% discount for that. Those things are expensive.
I think I might be able to. I might have a word with them and see what I can do. I'd be happy to sell the rights of any improvements I made if because I've got.
They
some
might strip
friends.
you of those.
Hmm?
They might strip you of those. If you can, now, you didn't hear it from me. They're dark tongues. If you can steal any of their cargo without having to make an agreement, or you can flat out buy it, One of these is about 50,000, so it's pricey on the heavy side, even for like minor trivial winnings like this. It's a heavy price, but if you can pay it, they won't be able to tie you down with it.
Hmm.
If that's the case, you could probably make your own and improve on it. They probably don't think you can. But, I mean, something happened out there with you. Fire came raining down and began to surround you. It was interesting, but nothing more really.
Yeah, that's my own stuff. That's not what I'm talking about in that sense. I've got a little bit of work in the area of creating weapons that rely on some more similar principles, and I've got some friends that have information on it, and well, I just suspect that a bit more refinement could end with it being a slightly more powerful weapon.
Fair enough, fair enough. While this discussion is going on, Elsyan or Queglod, do you want to talk to anyone? Chronicle's just standing outside patiently waiting.
I don't think there's anyone I want to talk to.
No, I'll go speak with Chronicle then.
So going back
I'll
to
be back in a minute.
the druids real quick.
Actually, something. One thing I wanted to check with you, Chris, because
Mhm.
I wasn't entirely sure. Is Chronicle his title or his first name?
You can ask him.
Would I not know?
No. Not from what he's given you.
Interesting.
He's still holding back more, and now that you realise that now, you don't know if that's his first name or his title.
Okay. I'd assume that would be something Queglod would know, and I just missed when you said it the first time. But no, that's okay. If
No, he has withheld that information from you.
okay, well, I'm not going to pry too deeply into his affairs.
Okay.
I know he has reasons for keeping his secrets.
Okay, so, druids. Malcom, how do you want to open?
I'm gonna be speaking in Druidic.
Okay. Druidic mainly consists up of drawings, but there is a minor spoken language to it. It goes through simple concepts. You can't really express it through complex phrases. So, but you can get the general gist of. So if you want to talk, you're welcome to. But it'll be generalized. So no
Alright,
using fancy words like pyroblast, because it doesn't exist.
I'll just speak in common then.
You're just speaking common?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty impressive fighting out there.
And to you?
I was just curious about you since I don't really see too many druid. The only other druid I ever really have contact with is the Baroness, who I came here with.
Well, we druids are far between, and we don't tend to be in the cities like this, I guess. I've seen a few others. There is another tiefling, one who was riding around on a salamander in town, and there was one more. An old guy in the enchanted glade. He showed us a strange path. He was also a tiefling. We got ourselves in a bit of a scrap. There was a group of bandits who had stuck themselves outside the enchanted glade. And as we were on our way through, we weren't expecting it, where the forest popped us out on the other side, and they ambushed us. It's almost as if he controlled the forest. Quite a lot of vines and stuff erupted from it and struck all the nearby individuals. And we were freed from our bonds and set on our way. I didn't get much of a good look at him. All I saw is that he was a tiefling by his red tail.
That actually piques my interest. Once I leave here, I actually have a mission to find a tiefling in the Enchanted Glade.
If there's anything that we've learned, it's that The Enchanted Glade takes you where it wants to take you. There's no real way to manipulate it, unfortunately. So, you're on your own if you're trying to look at him, find him in the Enchanted Glade, and if he has control over it, then unless he knows that you're looking for him, he probably won't let you through. Again, it's an enchanted forest. It's difficult to overcome if you don't know what you're doing. Elsyan, you're reading lips because you're a nosy observer. Was that him who just disconnected?
Hmm?
Was that him who just disconnected?
No, I think it's
Sam is still here.
No, he's still here. Is he?
Are you still here, Sam?
No, he's not on the board.
Discord
He
says
did
he's still here.
disconnected.
Okay.
He's not in tabletop, but he's in Discord.
Yep, okay, so he DC'd. Right, he'll be back in a bit. Never mind then, he gets to miss this hint. So,
I was just curious as to your name.
my name? I'm Marion.
Mary. Pleased to meet you. My name's Malcom.
It's a pleasure to meet you. And your little menagerie you've got going.
Yes. This here is Arachne, and this is, Ooh. Hold on. 1 second.
He hasn't forgotten his name, I know what he's doing.
No.
Have you got his actual name written down?
He's Kiritin.
There you go.
For what?
What? You didn't know that?
No. Is that Featherwing's real name?
Well,
Kiskiruthine is what, that's, in common, that's what Featherwing is.
you mean in Druidic? That's
Yes, no, sorry, in Druidic that's what it means.
Ah.
So, in Druidic, so, Kiskiruthine means Featherwing. And also, you're not there.
No, I'm not there. My giant ears can hear.
Yeah, they're still giant for a bit. Doesn't mean you get any bonus to your perception. Just means everything's loud.
Oh no.
Oh no, exactly. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, all of you, and hopefully you all do well on your adventures. We're heading back north now. We've got to get ourselves prepared. The Frozen Crown is coming, and we want to make our way there so that we can join the ancient dragons on their trip.
Ah, yes. Frozen Crown. Well, best of luck to you guys as well. And then I
was going to
What
say
was
she
that?
gives a nod.
Oh. I nod back and turn back to Sasha. So, you ready to go yet?
Sasha?
Sasha? Everyone's left.
Sasha, everyone's leaving. This is right. Sasha's dead. Elsyan's dead. Behold's having a bath. Queglod?
I'm looting Sasha.
Go ahead. You're looting Sasha.
He comes back, he has
Roll an
no
investigation check.
Rolling. Okay. Oh. Okay.
That's 7.
Yeah, that's a 7.
She has a gold purse on her. It's quite full. Someone should probably take that off her hands.
Oh, yeah, somebody definitely should.
By the way, it is out in the open, and someone could easily take that off her hands.
Just slip that into the bag of holding. Nobody saw a thing.
All right, sleight of hand check.
Oh, goodness.
Oh man. Oh.
Nope.
Nope. She notices and she puts her hand on her pouch and she proceeds to pull a gold pouch and stuffs it into a bag underneath all of her general rubble that's in there.
See, that's what you should have done to begin with.
So Queglod, are you
Smart.
going to talk to
His
Queglod?
money in his back,
Do I
man.
know? Yeah. Do I know where Behold got his beard lotion from?
I believe so. I believe you do because you weren't
I
doing anything
think you
special
were
during
there.
the. Yeah, you were following him around.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you know exactly where he got it from.
Okay. And how much it cost him as well? Because I don't remember.
Let me
Like,
check.
sort of range of prices.
Beard lotion was a gold, wasn't it?
No, I think it was more.
Was it?
Welcome back.
I think it was like
Welcome back.
I think it was more. Oh no, it was a gold because I took 100 silver. Or
Yes.
not silver.
No, it was yeah, it was 2 gold for each bottle, and each bottle
Yeah,
has
they
5 uses. So
Did you ever use the last pom-pom?
no.
I'm throwing a pom-pom.
All right, roll d8. Now I'm getting my tables up and everything. Aren't you? Alright, where's my monster manual? There it is. Alright, what's...
What do I get?
I don't know.
I get an 8. I get a gorilla monkey thing. I think.
No, you get another tiger.
A tiger! Yes! Carry me.
Rah. It's not that big.
Can it carry me?
The little kitty cat. It's a medium-sized creature, so... no, its strength is 12, so... Yeah, you know what? Screw it, it can.
I'm riding the tiger.
You're riding a tiger around town. Arachne's riding on your back. The tiger is struggling, it's moving at half speed. But it's moving.
Come on. We can do it. We can do this.
Look, you're wearing a breastplate. Featherwing and Arachne have put on pounds after all of their eating on the pie contest and all that. They've put on quite a lot of weight. Arachne's probably like twice the size now. It's all gone to her legs. And
She never skips leg day.
I don't think she can. Alright.
She only has leg day.
So, you leave, you head around the city, and you either head back home or you go to the baths to join Bhold. Up to you. Queglod, were you doing anything? So you
Well,
went
yeah,
and bought
if,
beard lotion. So
yeah, I'm gonna buy
2 gold per
some
bottle. Just the one, or
I'm gonna get 5 bottles.
all right, 10 gold. You buy 25 charges worth of beard lotion. Okay.
Right. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to the bathhouse then.
Okay. You go to the bathhouse. You join Bhold. Malcom, where are you headed? You headed there as well?
No,
Because
me and
Sasha's not
Sasha were
back.
heading to the fort
Okay, you were heading to the forge. Okay.
with Sasha.
Once Sasha gets back, she's muted currently. Once she gets back, we'll move on to that. Actually, we'll do that off stream. Elsyan, did you want to do anything special?
I don't think there's anything.
You wanna join me after? When I go to the
Yes.
massage place?
Elsyan needs to go to this massage parlor.
Okay. With Queglod, Elsyan, and Bhold all relaxing in the baths, take 2 silver out of the... I can't bother to look at my list. Take 2 silver out of the bag of holding. Or your funding if you want Bhold.
I'd rather not.
Do you not have any silver?
I refuse.
No, I have 20, but I don't want to. Okay.
Okay, you have to take 2 out because you're the only one there, and the bag of holding has refused. So you take 2 silver out of yours, and then you proceed after your relaxing bath. Are you heading in through the underground?
Is it in the underground?
It has multiple entrances, but you don't know where the surface entrance is.
Well, the one we went on from.
Okay, so you head back into the Phoenix, heading underground. You eventually go through the you head through the coordination room, or the navigation room rather, and you head up the spiral staircase until you find the silken serpent door.
Sorry for the delay, I'm back.
That's fine. And as you proceed to head through the door, you are met by the beautiful beaded curtains again as you head through into the other side.
Elsyan is with me. Right?
Nope.
What? No, I thought he was. He said he's gonna
Oh
come.
no, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Sorry.
But that was.
So no, I was saying no because I clicked on the wrong music.
Ah. Okay.
Okay.
So you proceed to move in through there, and you can see individuals talking and laughing. Elsyan, you see a lot of Yarn Tea. You've seen them before. They do occasionally go around the Elven Kingdoms, usually as pilgrims, but they don't usually travel that much. They live in forests mostly. They are snake people. Sometimes they'll have their lower body half be a snake, sometimes they'll have their upper body half be that of a serpent, sometimes the whole body will be a serpent, sometimes they'll just have kind of forked tongue and like the snake eyes with the slit. Sometimes they'll have snakes for arms, sometimes they'll...
So what you're telling me, if there's a combination of person and snake, they are...
Yeah, exactly. And you see a bunch of individuals around. You don't see... you see mostly guys with Yarn Tea, varying races, humans, dwarves, orcs. You see all manner of individuals. A few elves in here as well. You don't see any tieflings, because there aren't that many tieflings in Adamantia itself. While you're there, you do see one other Goliath who's currently with 2 Yarn Tea women. He's just he's laughing and he's enjoying himself. He's got a bowl of grapes and fruit in front of him, and he's got what looks to be a large, for lack of a better word, bong in front of him, and he seems to be smoking something. You get...
Is it mistweed?
Give me a perception check with advantage, because you recognize a few of these drugs here.
Just...
Oh, yeah. A whole catch-up of those.
As long as it's not mistweed, I'm fine.
You
If
recognize...
it's mistweed, then I'm burning this place to the ground.
Alright, yeah. I need to roll for you because you're not on 20. Well, that is
I do not
I get a plus. I'm not going to burn this place to the ground.
You get a what? A plus?
To what? This... just
Perception.
checking. Perception? Oh, plus 5.
Plus 5.
Perception.
Okay, that's 21. You recognize they are... they seem to be smoking. They seem to be smoking.
They're snorting.
Yeah, they're smoking. They're smoking general tobacco. I don't know what's going on.
Send me the script.
I don't know what's happened.
Smoking tobacco.
Now
It's been a long session.
remember, kids, don't never scan the tobacco.
Hey.
So they seem to be smoking what would be light tobacco. There is mistweed here from what you can tell. It does seem to be in very, very small doses and very minor doses, but it's still being smoked here and there. You also recognize CRISPR spice that has been placed on top of some of the foods. You know this is a legal kind of thing you can add on top of it. And you also know that there are a few individuals here who are currently chewing what looks to be crutch leaves, which you recognize. These are things that you would grow home in the Elven Kingdoms. They are small black plants with small black leaves, and they're generally good for heightening one's senses. They do cause a little bit of a strange side effect, but the side effects can be easily avoided by controlled dosage.
I don't.
Oh,
I'm not
how
having
do you
fun
like this place?
The yarn tea seem intriguing. Haven't seen them in this much concentration ever. The use of particular substances doesn't give me good hope, though. Hope these massages are as good as you say they are.
Trust me, they are. I head to the counter.
Okay.
I'll-
Elsyan, with your intelligence as it is, you pick up on the fact that Bhold can count to 5. He probably smoked some whiskweed.
Behold, have you smoked anything since we got in here?
Not now. I have before.
Was it mistweed?
I don't know.
Of course.
I was given some weed.
Oh, it was mistweed. Calm, Elsyan. Don't burn. Don't. melt
It's
these
really good.
brains.
You should try it, Elsyan. You're very intelligent. You'll get even more.
I.
Shove it down his throat.
Did you
Cut
DC?
out.
Not quite how weed works, but yeah.
Did he die?
I think he cut out and hide.
Oh,
Take the
Elsyan.
mistweed and make him inhale.
Oh no, he died. Yeah, he died.
Yep, he died.
Too much misread overdose. I'm gonna say for the sake of this, Elsyan is here for all intents and purposes as things go on. Okay. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for Elsyan to come back, Forge, what did you want to do? You were heading
Besides
to
for ride a tiger.
2 seconds.
Yes, you were riding a tiger, and Sasha and Malcom, you were heading to the Forge.
Yep.
Which one?
Actually, you know what? Let's head over to Cassie's.
You head over there. It's about this time. It's about 5 p.m. or so. You get there, and it seems to be completely shut up. No one's home.
Fuck. Right, to the other one.
Okay. You head back
Sorry,
down to the.
I wanted to talk to a colleague of mine. A friend.
You head back down to the
friendly
underground. It does take another hour because Malcom is deciding to ride a very slow tiger with a bunch of his fat companions. Because you guys didn't stop them from eating everything else. So you guys make it down into the Under Tavern on a tiger, and you eventually get to your forge area. It seems to be that quite a few people are forging. Your area does seem to... you gave up your reservation for the festival, didn't you, after the first day?
I don't
Or
remember
second day.
doing it, but let's say sure I did.
Yeah, because I remember you said that you won't be needing it after the second day, so you won't need to use it anymore.
Yeah.
So, in which case...
Right,
there's-
we're not there to use it, we're there to just get the feel of it.
Yeah, it's with the most part, this area seems to be mostly full. There is one station which isn't your station, but it's manageable if you wanted to use it. It's not got as much room, but still.
That's right. Right, come over here, Malcolm. Now, you wanted to learn more about Turan.
Yes.
Well, Turan is one of the draconic deities. Turan is the goddess of fire, the forge, and volcanoes. You will note her symbol upon my pendant here. It is that of a heart bleeding lava, and whilst also being on fire.
Yes.
Yes, I remember that correctly.
Yeah, you did.
Nice. Right. Turan's tenets mostly consist of yada yada. I regale him with the tenets of Turan that I totally remember.
I sent you a message.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I saw there was one there.
Oh, right.
So yes. No.
I'm reading it now.
You might remember that five-headed dragon.
No, you are not.
I am not.
You are not, no.
Okay.
No, you're not, because that it may be your lineage, but you don't know it because it's hard to tell. You are starting to get a very sense that you are not like normal tieflings, though. Because the magic you are gaining is different from that of usual tieflings.
Right.
Firebolt was Hellish Rebuke was okay, but you're about to receive a boost which is going to change that.
You remember in our what do you call it? In the where we discovered Abord in the cabin, there was a 5-headed dragon.
Yes, I believe that was Tiamat.
Yes, Tiamat. Tiamat was created from the essence of the five of the I believe it was 5. Chris, the draconic
yes.
gods.
Yeah.
Of the 5 draconic
wait.
elemental dragons.
Wait, you mean... Okay, in terms of what there is, there is, for what
back.
you know, a
I'm
Turan...
back.
Sorry. That's fine. A Turan is red and fire. Silencia is green and plants.
I'm regaling to you this in real time.
Melazong is blue and oceans. Tunari is white and storms.
Tunari, white, storms.
Then you have what was it? Then you have
the black poison one.
And then Motalin is the first is different because he's what you would, I guess you could call transparent. Because he's not a white dragon. He is kind of the pinnacle of a white dragon, if you want to say. He's a light dragon. He's a light dragon. There you go.
Yeah.
And then Tiamat is the creation of that. Ramans is purple, and Illigwyn is a shadow dragon.
I regale that, which essentially makes Tiamat the child of all of the dragon gods that were used to create the. If you look at it that way, it's quite interesting, really. And then Tiamat was evil, but the Turan and all the others are, well, they all have varying things, but Turan's good. Turan's good. I stress that point very strongly.
Yes.
Turan's great. Yes.
Great.
Now, let us try some meditation in the forge. See if you can't find some connection to this. See, since you were interested. Now, I want you to. Right, we're at the station, so I can forge something.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna just take some scrap metal if there's any left anywhere.
Yeah, there's plenty you have.
It's basically just me making nails or something, like just to be making something. Let's say I'm making another like I'm just gonna feel what the scrap metal wants to be. You know what I am.
Okay, so give me the roll. With it being general crude iron, it's generally malleable. However, this one feels like it wants to be some kind of letter opener.
Right. As I forge this crude metal into a letter opener, I want you to ruminate on the beating of the hammer, the heart of the forge, the heat you feel from it, its breath, and I want you to breathe it in. I want you to go into your center and find yourself there, and see if there's anything else there with you. And then I just start forging this thing.
I guess I'd do what he said.
Okay. I'd like the two of you to make a roll. What were you going to say, Elsyan?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought I heard you say something.
Just a normal roll, Chris?
Yeah, normal roll from both of you. Your teaching methods are on point. They're generally relatively easy to understand from Malcolm's standpoint. However, Malcom, when you begin to try and perform this, you don't quite understand what he means, and things don't seem to be going as you planned them. You begin to try smithy. You've never done this before.
No. He's not smithing. He's just meditating.
Oh, he's meditating? Yeah, you don't sense a thing. You're used to working with nature. This thing is not alive. Okay, we'll say for benefit of that, those things take place. Alright, you three. Queglod, Elsyan, and Bhold. You've gone in. You see these Yanti individuals. You walk up to the desk, Bhold.
Oh, hello. Who's there? Who's there on the desk?
The same person as usual.
Oh, hello.
Ah, you've returned. Good.
Yes. Is Shariel here?
I believe. Let me check. And she opens up a small ledger and she begins to flip through a few bits and pieces. And she is. She'll be available in about half an hour, if that's okay.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, I'll wait.
That's excellent. If you would like to wait, you're welcome to lounge on one of our seating areas.
No problem.
And did your friends want anything from here?
Hello, Darren. Come over here.
There'll be no sharing.
Yes, I know. I don't want to share with him.
I wouldn't want
Gives
to
a
share
smile
with
and a
him.
wink as you say that. How may I help you, elf friend? And you watches her eyes drift further down your body, stopping at about your chest height almost. Okay.
Who's she looking at?
Elsyan.
Huh. Well, Elsyan's just naturally suspicious because of all the drugs, because drugs are bad, okay? So,
Oh, it to me it sounds like a hookah sort of situation.
yeah,
That's actually hilarious if you think about it.
Why you do this?
If you
Who
want,
just left?
we can
Who
give
just
them-
left? Did someone just quit there?
No, doesn't look like it.
No, you're just hearing things.
You're hearing things. If you would like, we have simple spa massages. We have mud baths if you're interested. We can make sure you're generally okay.
I think I'll go for one of your massages. I've been told that they are quite good by my friend over there.
Excellent. Now, I believe that would run you. What was it again? Spa or mud bath?
Massage.
Massage. That will run you 20 gold pieces.
Okay, fine.
Oh no, it's just a massage? Sure you don't want more? The mud bath is pretty nice.
Yeah, sure it is.
And Aleuir is not accustomed to bathing in mud.
If you want, we offer other services. You can sit and chat, enjoy yourselves, indulge in some more exotic materials. You can enjoy yourself if you have the coin. Giving a wink.
A massage will be just fine, thank you. You do not want me in bed, I've got serious mummy issues. Just whenever my door's open.
Don't worry, we cater to that too.
That's the reason I whispered that. Oh god.
Look, we've even got the pacifiers prepared.
Oh, you bastard.
Alright, so.
It's not a baby
Can I think of
yes.
And,
can I think of anything else to make this uncomfortable?
And, Queglod. Welcome
Hi,
back.
yes.
Did you want a full spa again?
No, just a massage as well for me, thank you.
Queglod, you
20
really
gold
before?
pieces then. Yes, your
Hand over the money.
friend Queglod here is quite well acquainted with us.
What?
Yes, I came in here before.
Why didn't you tell me?
She has very good taste. All the same.
I'm sorry, Bhold, I did not intend to keep secrets from you. I just didn't think it'd be
Now,
terribly
I only
interesting,
have-
to be honest.
I only have one more question for you. For the newcomer, Elsyan.
Yes.
Male or female?
Hmm.
Oh, male for him for sure.
You gonna say that? Alright.
Oh, shut up. I'll have
Male,
female,
is that?
please.
Or.
No, it's female.
Understood. And Queglod,
Please.
you.
Just like nice clothing.
Did you have preferences? I can't remember exactly what you asked for last time.
No, male, I think, this time, at least.
Gives a nod. Okay, so you wait around for half an hour. Eventually, behold, you are met with the same luxurious Shariel, half snake. Her lower body is half snake, and she's wearing the same lovely pink kind of tunic as it is. And as she comes in, you can see her hair is the same as it was. She comes in, she grabs you by the arm, and welcomes you back. You proceed to head in. What were you after, by the way?
Well, I slammed down 150 gold.
Okay, it's 150 gold, so that's for extra services. Got it.
Yes. Oh, also, I asked you something in Discord. I don't know if it's
Did I see it? I might have done. I might have just clicked straight over it. Yes, it is.
Make sure to pop one before going in.
All right, so you're gonna pop a love bean. Got it.
Yep.
All right.
Oh my.
After you enjoy your spa and your mud bath and getting yourself all set up, you pop a love bean and you go in through closed doors and you enjoy yourself. Make a Constitution.
Stop.
Constitution roll for me, please. I'm not going to put disadvantage on this because you'll be okay. Okay. It is a joyous night, and you do very much enjoy yourself, and you're generally okay with it, and it's a nice time for you. Elsyan and Queglod, you both enjoy your spa. You have a nice, relaxing time. They massage you. You get a very handsome individual. Snakes for arms, wearing what looks to be a basic mask over his face for whatever reason. He speaks very quietly and very calmly, and it's very relaxing. And he massages you, and
He's giving ASMR.
you feel like you're 100 years younger. It's great. You've got your relaxing massages, you feel all of the aches and pains disappear, it's like your wrinkles are disappearing as well, and you feel great. Elsyan! Gotta roll with
Yes.
10, okay. You're met by a pureblood Yanti, more human than Yanti herself. She has a very nice figure. You get lied down, you get a good massage. They make sure that all of your skin is nice and smooth. They use basic oil on wax to work at it. They get all of the dirt and everything else out of it after your bath, and they clean you up fully. And they make sure that you're in generally good condition. All the aches and pains disappear from the combat. All the wounds that you were suffering have been treated, and you feel absolutely great at the end of it all. You could definitely see yourself coming back here. After this all takes place, you're all taken out with the exception of Bhold, who's busy. You two proceed to move through, and as you get back to the desk, Queglod, you recognise the individual. A fully veiled individual walks out, following out of the other door on the other side. Or from the curtains on the other side. Ah, Queglod, it seems you have fulfilled our deal.
Indeed, yes. It's
What the frickety frack?
Excellent. Now, I will inform Rohal of your work, and she'll pay you in full.
It's a very mutually beneficial arrangement, it seems to be.
Indeed. And please do continue working for us and continue to do the work. You're welcome back at any time, and spas are on me. For you. And for your friends if they continue to return.
That's very generous of you.
You're more than welcome. I see your Goliath friend is a returning visitor, and with more money incoming, I'm sure he can pay his way.
Indeed, well, Bhold needs time to relax after all the hard work he gets up to.
Indeed.
Relax, get to it.
He should probably choose other individuals. I can fit him up with more his kind of individuals if he would like. If he would continue to enjoy the single escort that he enjoys, then I'm more than willing to allow that. All the same. Have a
Alright,
good
well,
evening.
I will speak to him about it.
She gives a general nod in your direction. Okay. You guys proceed to head out. You, Malcom and Sasha, I'd like you to do one more roll each, please.
Question: Did my forging of the pen of the letter opener go well?
Oh yeah. Sweet. Easy.
Then
Easy peasy.
then I'd like to. All right. This time I want you to hold onto this as you try and meditate.
Hold on.
Good.
That.
Make your roll.
Eh.
Really?
You're really bad at this. I don't think a Turan's for you.
No, it's not necessarily that. You probably need to, get proficiency in blacksmith tools, or become a cleric to do that. But you live and you learn.
Anyone can worship a god. It's just a matter of getting a bit of.
From what you
healing
can generally
for it.
sense, it seems that you're going to need to maybe devote yourself a bit more to a Turan to achieve these kinds of understandings. It seems that listening to the metal is either a lost practice from what you can tell, or it seems to be...
I have to go.
Yeah, it's fine, don't worry.
Guys.
It's about to end.
Yeah.
It's a lost practice of some kind, and you find yourself being unable to understand this sort of thing. So, with the day out of the way and everybody finishing up, enjoying themselves in their own different ways and learning new things, parties earn themselves some money and overcome some difficulties. And the entire party levels up. So, if you're still here and still in Discord, which Harlan isn't, okay, so Harlan can roll later, you are welcome to roll your hit die to see what you get. Remember, from now on, I am allowing the re-rolling of ones because I do not like the idea of...
Well, there you go. There's my reroll right there.
Right, re-roll it then. You are allowed to re-roll ones because I do not like the idea of people having stupid low HP because of a bad dice roll.
Better.
Alright, 6 on your
3.
part, plus your con, 3 plus yours. Yours is a d8, Elsyan.
Yes.
1, you reroll. 5, better. And 6 on your
29
part.
hit points, guys.
Nice. Down in hit points at 5th level is quite nice. Now, everybody, make sure you change your level number to 5. Your proficiency will go up on its own. And then you need to make sure you add your new things. Elsyan, you get a new discipline to use. Plus your psi limit goes up to 5, which means you have access to a lot of new toys. You also now have 27 psi points. So yeah, 27 psi points is nice. And those who are spellcasters, you get access to 3rd level spells. Queglod, Malcom, and Sasha, you will get your 3rd level spells.
Yes, I'll have to do
Hold,
this.
you have extra attack.
Yep.
Now you
But I think more rage damage, right?
no, rage damage is 8th, I think. The rage damage goes up slowly, and it's the one thing which throws me off. I believe you get an additional rage on the next level, though.
I've really got to head off for now.
Yes,
so I
for
will...
those who have to head off,
yeah.
we will be closing there. But thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. This is on the YouTube side. This is live streamed every Sunday. So please do come and watch. If you're watching on the Twitch side, feel free to follow. We do the Sundays and Thursdays. And I have holiday after tomorrow. So I will be streaming quite a few more games, depending on how much time and what I want to stream. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And as always...
1 stars.
Bye-bye.